What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. I'm your host, Ed Hunter, man. I hope all you wonderful, lovely people are doing well this evening. So I got a problem, right? Before we get started, before we get going, and all that good stuff. It's a little toasty in here. Before we get started, I'll be telling y'all when you come into the den, be pre-roll, have you something to drink. We gonna have a good time in here, right? You thought the dude was bricked up. That's terrible. That's a whole other conversation. That's more of a Friday conversation. But I ain't make myself nothing to drink, and I'm a partaker. I haven't partaken today, so my regular was out. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Anyway, so I got to make me something to drink. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, but I'll take a quick poll with the folks who are in here. I got options: tequila, vodka, or rum. I got two tequilas actually. I think I'm leaning towards tequila. So, tequila, TVR. What do y'all think I should be drinking this evening? T for tequila, R for rum, V for vodka. Make a quick vote while I read off a couple of names, and then after I do the introductions, I'm gonna go run and make me a drink real quick, and we're gonna get into this conversation because it's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be a good topic because there's a lot of fucking points that I want to make about this situation that I think people are glossing over, overlooking, and it's a lot of like I want to take this situation because it's not about the bitch getting hit in the face with the brick. Should she have been hit with the brick? No. Do I think that she deserved it? Probably, right? And so you're like, oh, it's fucked up. It's a woman. You shouldn't say the thing. I always have a reason for the shit that I say, and I'm always justified in saying the shit that I say, right? You know what I'm saying? Or say, hey, that's within the adios, motherfucker. Oh, well, shit, I'll definitely be. Y'all don't want to stream tonight, huh? If I mix all three of them, it's a wrap. I'm going in the kitchen. I ain't coming back. But you'll see we got joining us this evening, and I really, really want to get into this topic. So y'all drop that T for tequila, V for vodka, R for rum, and of course I'm gonna mix it with something because I'm not no old white guy drinking fucking hard ass. I don't like liquor like that. Right? I want my shit to taste good. I don't really drink a lot of sodas and shit, but if I'm gonna drink some fucking liquor, I want this shit. I don't want to drink fucking rust water. God damn it. Like, I get it. I get y'all classy and y'all all dignified and sophisticated and shit. Man, fuck that. I'm not. Y'all been watching this show long enough to know I'm far from sophisticated. But the lovely Miss D the Gamma joining us this evening. The lovely Miss Bell, not so Southern style, joining us this evening. HT Jason, aka the legendary PhD holding Dr. Rabbit. How are you doing this evening, sir? East Side Hero, my nigga. Why do I feel so bad? Man, I ain't talking about the East Side in a minute, man. I hope you're doing well. Shout out to East Side Hero. What? Lady Licious in the bill? It must be a good night. It's gonna be a good evening. The lovely Miss K Grace joining us. Shout out to Miss K Grace. Lady Licious ain't been fun. I give Lady Licious a lovely. She ain't been fucking with us for a while, but it's all love. Shout out to lovely Miss Lady Licious. Brandon, 335, peace. It is I, your son. All right, so ain't none of y'all put shit in there. So I don't see no letters unless, she's a brick house. I'll be telling y'all think I'll be lying. So y'all got to pay attention. Well, I know who pays attention and who don't be paying attention. Like, I have a good idea of like a lot of people's personality. Like, I be sitting back observing shit. But y'all may or may not be paying attention to it. I've said it multiple times. Low key, Miss Grace is one of the funniest motherfuckers in the den. If you go back and look at some of them old quotes, it's some of the funniest shit. Delta Echo Golf, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, I didn't realize it happened in the city until maybe a couple of minutes ago. Like, I knew it was in Texas, but we gonna get into it, right? We gonna get into it. Let me go make a drink. All right, I'm gonna get some tequila because y'all ain't say shit. So I got two tequilas. I got some Casamigos and I got some what is that? Terramana? Whatever that shit, whatever the rock shit. They say that the shit is it's all right. I'm gonna say something. Some of y'all might disagree with me. I'm gonna go make my drink. I'm gonna be back. So y'all drop that Casamigos and Terramana while I say this little thing. I fuck with the Casamigos. Black people, y'all did what y'all fucking do with every fucking thing It's overhyped shit. Casamigos is good. It's cool, right? It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. I like it. It's good. But like the hype behind it was ridiculous. What was the little shit that y'all was hyping up a couple of years ago in the little blue and white bottle? Everybody was having the motherfuckers hitting motherfuckers over the head with the shit, whatever that shit was. Y'all was hyping that shit. I ain't never had none of that shit though. But yeah, like the Casamigos, yeah, it's I've been sitting around for. It's a big ass bottle. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's a big ass bottle. Because like I said, it's cool. The Casamigos is cool. The Theramana is cool. But I really think like out of all the tequilas I've had recently, the one Ceres is just the Tres Generaciones. That's the Clase Azul. That's what that was. Yeah, that Tres Generaciones. That shit is good. That shit is good. I actually went to go get some the other day. They didn't have the kind I got last time. They had like I think they had the Anejo and the Reposado. But anyway, I'm gonna go make me a little casa. Y'all saying the casa? All right, give me a second. I'm gonna go mix it up real quick. Give me like a minute and a half. I mean, the bottle's already on the counter. I might have took 2 shots before we started the stream. Okay, I promise we're gonna have a good conversation. Give me like a minute and a half. Don't go nowhere. Cause I got a lot of crazy shit. As a matter of fact, I gotta get my little. I've been taking notes all day, right? I was in orientation to start a new job today. I was in orientation taking notes, thinking about shit that I wanted to talk about. I promise you, I'm finna get the DM back like it was. Actually putting forth the work and the effort. We're gonna have a great conversation tonight. Y'all give me just a second. Couldn't let y'all hear what I was jamming because I don't want to get no fucking YouTube notifications, warnings, any of that. So let's get into it. So we 13 deep. Hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it if you did that. Let YouTube know you like the show, and let me know you like the show. Whew. All right. So class is doing crab legs. That is a black woman's dream. 335. What are you talking about? Now, for black people to be tropical people, I don't know any other demographic of people aside from black women that love crab legs, snow crabs. That fucking much. Like, what is all this seafood consumption, right? All right, so I made a concoction of something I don't know what the fuck is going on with, and probably by the end of this stream, it's gonna get a little rowdy because I made that very, very strong. So let's talk about it, right? I got a book, my notebook somewhere around here that I wrote this stuff down. Anyway, so I want to talk about 93 octane. It's probably it's tequila and energy drink. Yeah, look, I gotta push through this last little bit, but it's gonna be terrible. I want to argue tonight, okay? So I need somebody who truly feels that this was unjustified, despicable. I mean, no form of validation whatsoever for this situation. So I need somebody who feels opposite, because I mean, y'all are gonna know how I feel automatically off the rip. I'm gonna tell y'all right now that I think she deserved it, right? And you're gonna be like, it's fucked up. No woman deserves to be abused simply for rejecting a man's advances. And I 10,000% agree with that. Like, I can't stand a whack ass dude who tries to holler at a chick and she's like, I'm not interested. And then he like turn up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now he doesn't have anything to lose. He lost already. Like, so now he like, fuck it. When I ain't even get to be, bitch, you ugly. You know, like, those are the lamest fucking dudes on the planet. Like, you go, how you gonna turn around a chick that you were just trying to get some pussy from, you were just trying to holler at, get the number, whatever it may be. You might actually been interested in some long-term shit. But as soon as you got rejected, you got your feelings hurt, and you turn into a little bitch. Those are the men that are raised by single women. They respond like women do. I tell y'all about the men or the gangsters these days. They're not gangsters. They're emotional niggas with guns. They respond just like females. What happened when you bump into it? Watch where you going, or you look at a motherfucker, right? What you looking at? Just like a bitch, or a certain type of broad. And again, y'all gonna be on there, oh, you calling all women? I'm not calling all women bitches. Ladies, hoes, bitches. There's 3 types of women in the den, right? Fall in where you may. 2 of them we like, 1 of them, not so much. But a lot of quote unquote gangsters these days act like bitches, act like women, right? They respond the same way as women do, emotionally. Somebody left a comment saying that, this isn't a debate when I post a little thing, saying that, men need to stop being so sensitive and emotional. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And I agree that this is not a debate. She was completely in the wrong. Because I'm going to tell you what happened. And I knew this before any of the extra videos came out. I knew this before. I'm going to show y'all a video so y'all kind of know what's going on. So y'all can be informed. Because y'all be like, what are you talking about, Hunter? I'm going to inform y'all like I used to do. I'm going to show y'all a couple of videos so y'all can see why I'm saying the shit that I'm saying. Because when you see her face swole up and she up there, none of these men help me do nothing. They just stand around. They shouldn't. I'm going to tell y'all why a man, especially a black man, should not help out a strange woman that he doesn't know. It's not even like my normal principles, like, I don't fuck with domestic violence situations, because every time that I've stepped in to assist one, the bitch turned right back around the next day, if not the day after that, less than 24 hours later, back with the motherfucker that could have been a situation with, right? So you're playing with my life, you're playing with my time, you're playing with my energy, right? I could have been home doing anything else. Getting some pussy instead of trying to help some pussy I'm not going to get, right? But one, that's one of the main things, because usually the broad can't make a decision for herself. You don't even want to be out the situation. So you're playing with this yo-yo type shit. So that's number one. Like, I'll never ever, unless it's got to be, I'll never help a stranger out of a domestic violence situation. I'll call the laws or something, but shit, I'm not going to do it, right? Shout out to Chalk Milk. How you doing this evening? So I'm going to get into that. But give me 1 second, because I have to get my notebook, because I had like several points. I want to make sure I touch on all of them. But the big thing is, I don't believe that any man should have stepped in. So those guys did the right thing by letting her get clocked with that brick. And I'm explaining why. Because it wasn't a situation where she was just minding her own business and, some nigga randomly came up to her. Y'all gotta pardon me because I'm looking for my fucking notebook. And some nigga randomly came up to her and just, hey, let me get your number, no, plop, right? That's not what happened. What's more likely to have happened, and this is what I said before, videos came out before the guy who was there came out and said that he was one of the guys standing by and he wouldn't help her out if it happened again. That has to tell you something about somebody. The guy didn't have to put himself out there. He didn't have to come out and say, hey, I was there when it happened, because he's putting himself on the chopping block, right? Like, well, why didn't you do no? And he sat there and he said, if I was there and it happened again, I would not help out. That has to tell you that this motherfucker was acting like a fucking idiot, right? Because you're willing to put your self on the line to come out and explain, hey, I was there, I didn't do anything, because people gonna criticize. You had a bunch of niggas come out. You had a bunch of bitch ass niggas coming out caping for this broad. Like, niggas, that's why I say niggas are emotional too. Because I'm gonna look at some shit and I'm gonna be like, that shit don't sound right. That shit don't sound all the way right. Usually, what happens, let nigga talk shit when he gets rejected. And I'm not saying usually, because I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's kosher. Hey, she said, hey, you know, I'm not interested. Cool. Hey, all right, well, nice to meet you. It's good going on you. Go on about your way. 1 billion, 3, 4 billion other fish in the sea. Literally. But you get upset because one goofy bitch rejects you. But anyway, but what you have a lot of times, especially out at night, especially with black women, and this is not a black American woman, but this still applies, westernized. What you'll have is they feeling good, feeling themselves, smelling themselves. They got their weave and they cake up on all that. They change into a different entity that they like, that they feel proud of. You know what I'm saying? So they get crunk, they talk crazy. Oh, fuck you, nigga, and you know, and get loud and get boisterous, right? So what could have been a pleasant exchange, like, hey, you know, I'm not interested, you know, it's cool, can turn into a disrespect session, right? And when you get to doing that, I don't fault. I'm not saying, again, at no point do I justify the hitting, right? But there are factors. If we're going to say women are equal, if we're going to say women are sensible individuals in society, then you'll see why I'm right. A man is bigger, stronger, faster, whatever. You know this, right? And you should say, well, a man shouldn't hit a woman. Well, men ain't men anymore, right? One, because they're not being raised by men. So how are they going to know how to be men if they're not being raised by men? Because a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. You can be the best mother in the world. But for a man to truly be a good man, I guarantee, I've said this before, he has a male role model, whether it be an uncle, a coach, a teacher, some kind of mentor, something like that, that he's molded himself after to be a good man. A good man cannot be a good man and model himself after his mom. That's impossible. He'd be a good woman, right? And pardon me, because it's a little toasty in here. Cut this off. But he'd be a good woman. That's all he could be, because that's all she knows how to be, right? Yeah. So that's all she knows how to be. Y'all have to pardon if it gets a little, if y'all hear the fan a little bit, I don't really give a shit. It's hot. So, again, if women are so sensible, they're so intelligent, they know so much, they know men ain't shit, right? Y'all know all this. Y'all got it all figured out. Y'all dropped books on it for the last 3 decades. Y'all got it all together. Why would you antagonize a stranger, bigger, stronger, and apparently more irate than you, right? Because this is what happened. I guarantee you this is what happened. I don't have to be there to know. And niggas, like I said, nigga talk shit, but a nigga ain't just gonna go beat a bitch up. Or, you know, like, if it was something like that intense, it would have been a continued mauling. It would have been like hit the bitch with a brick one time and slide out, right? It would have been a beating, or it would have been whatever. Now, again, none of these things are good, but this is what would have happened. So my thing is, if you're so smart, you're so intelligent, why go poke the bear, right? Because you wouldn't go out in the forest and poke a fucking bear. You wouldn't expect, or what you would do, what women do is, right, a lot of women, I'm not saying all, smart women don't do this shit. Smart women are peace, they're not problems. But a lot of women don't know how to be women anymore either. And so they go out, we got equal rights, we can do whatever. And they go out running their mouth, rah, 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 rah. And then when they get that little dose of reality, you shouldn't have, it's never their fault. No, bitch, you shouldn't antagonize a motherfucker. You know what the outcome can be. Should it be that? No. But you know what it can be. And so any person who is sensible wouldn't go and put themselves in a dangerous situation, right? Niggas don't even do shit like that. Niggas know how niggas behave and don't do shit like that, right? But woman says all this stuff, gets kerfluffled, gets riled up. Now all of a sudden, well, the men didn't protect me. The men didn't come out and protect me. Well, and I know I'm going on a whole lot, and I ain't showed y'all no videos yet, but I'm gonna show y'all. Because this same broad is hollering out both sides of her mouth, right? So I'm gonna let y'all, let me plug up, let me listen up, so I can hear it at the same time too, because I don't be knowing what the fuck I be doing. I just be talking. So we're gonna listen to a couple of videos so y'all can have an idea, because I don't want to be, you know, I honestly kind of started this stream off wrong, right? Because I've been putting thoughts in your mind before. If you haven't seen it, if you didn't go and watch it, I put the links everywhere, and I, you know, kind of said go check out the hashtag, do some research before you get into the end today, because I don't want to sway anybody's perspective. I don't want to sway anybody's opinion, right? But I kind of already have if you don't know what's going on. So my apologies for that. But I'm going to open up a couple of videos and explain a couple of things, right? I'm going to let you hear it out of her mouth. I'm going to let y'all hear how she sounds, the things she says, the way she behaves, not just in this situation, but other situations. And then I'm going to let you make a decision for yourself. And then, like I say, we'll talk about it. I'll open up the line. I'm going to express my thoughts on a couple of things. I still haven't gotten that fucking notebook. I think I took it in the living room. So I'm going to put this video on. I'm going to let this play. I'm going to go find this notebook while I play this little clip. All right, so y'all, you know.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in a corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men. What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in a corner. How is this? This is what y'all doing to women? What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick.
Well, I'm vocally back. All right, there we go. All right, cool. So, she's talking about, and again, like I said, because I can't hear it, I don't remember what she said exactly in each clip, so I'm going to let y'all kind of just see what I've seen. I have a general idea of what was said, but I just want y'all to see the clips that I've seen so we can all have the ability to make the same situations. So let me see, we got Sarah Lou, the lovely Miss Sarah. How are you doing this evening? I'll drop my voice real down. Strong and grand. All right, that's about, man, look, the man is educated and still continue his education. Shout out to Dan, the motherfucking man. And shout out to Dan, man. I appreciate it. The love from I didn't see it live. So shout out to Dan. I appreciate the support. And for the rest of you, if you would like to support the channel, I don't have super chats on right now because technically we're not YouTube monetized, but you can go to streamlabs.com/The Den Show if you would like to support. I ain't got the bot on, do I? Or is it on? Oh, it's on. It get picked on by itself. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, I see. I must have missed another one. I gotta get this shit together. I don't have the alerts on this scene. Y'all can't hear me on this? What the fuck is going on? Hold on. How about now? Can you hear me now? Y'all know I'll be all over the place. Sorry, Heidi. Brandon was ahead of you. He's been in here super thick. He actually suggested the nice drink. So Heidi's late, and you know, she's on white people time. Giant mess. Wow, it's been a minute. Good to see you. Broderick Brooks is here. Ty Baker, what's the motherfucking deal? But let's get back into it, right? So there's that. I'm gonna show y'all a couple of other videos. Let me just let y'all see what I've seen, and then we're gonna really dive into the shit, right? So there's that. There's a video of the dude talking about it. Here. This I want y'all to see. Now I want y'all to see her personality before we go forward, because there's one where you're gonna act a certain way when you've been victimized, right? But you're gonna behave a different way when you're having a good time, when everything's all hunky dory, right?
Health and soul. But
This
I'm
is
really
for the
talking
black
to,
women
like,
that support
cis
her, right? Because y'all stole trans
women.
people's looks. I
Because,
thought you were
like,
trans.
it's giving y'all real jealous. Like, y'all real jealous because they can, will, and have pulled your ninja. All the trans girls ever did was teach y'all how to wear makeup, because yes, the makeup you wear today is trans makeup. They teach y'all how to do y'all hair. They got y'all hair together. And like, what do y'all think those BBL bodies are? Because their legs, hips, and body. Y'all got that from the trans girls. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm not talking about a girl with a big ass, because, you know, shout out to Somalia, shout out to Nigeria, shout out to Africa. Whoop, the whole black diaspora. We've been had big butts, small backs. But I'm talking about this whole 20-inch waist, titties that sit right here, big butt, all of that. That body, I haven't seen it that much, but trans women have always had it, and now y'all running to the doctor to go get it. Y'all love the trans girls. They taught y'all how to sissy y'all fucking walk when y'all were out here walking like dinosaurs. They taught y'all how to put on y'all makeup. They got y'all asses together. And what is y'all real problem? Can y'all not compete? Y'all out here talking about trans girls want to be y'all when y'all got the whole aesthetic of a trans girl. Let me find out that y'all want to be trans girls like the gag is. Y'all want to be them.
The side of her face matches her bra size. Oh, we got plenty more to say, right? Black one, black trans. Heidi. You already know they don't like you, Heidi. You gonna really get them fired up. I got more videos though. That's not even the worst of it, right? This is the video in particular I'm gonna show y'all. I think this is the right one. It might not be. It actually might not be. Let me see. There's one that kind of has everything on it. I've been getting videos from all over the place. I want to see if it is. It's not this one. This is not the one I want to show. I'm gonna show y'all one. I'm gonna find it.
Don't you ever fuck with Brianna Taylor ever again. You look good.
A few moments later.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Don't you ever fuck with Brianna Taylor ever again. You look good.
And it's funny, like, you look at that, right? And in this whole situation, the outcome has been that black men are terrible. Like, you look at that behavior, and the trending narrative is that black men are bad. That bitch behaves like a black woman behaves badly. Black men are bad people. This is the narrative. This is what we're getting pushed. And then that's not even a black American woman. Again, that's an island woman. And then when we talk island and we talk black dynamics in the black community, let's keep it 1,000, right? People of more Caribbean descent, Caribbean, whatever you want to say, I said Caribbeans, Caribbean, and the islands, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Generally, do not like American blacks, right? When it's convenient, fucking American black bitch. But in reality, they don't. They think they're better than American blacks, right? And it's cool. I got a lot of friends from the islands, and they do. But I think I'm better than American blacks. So, am I mad? Because I feel like I'm better than most niggas, right? I feel like y'all ain't. But everybody in the end better than most niggas. Anyway, we ain't finna get to the nuance of it. Y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, so it's funny how, again, this is like a Caribbean island situation, whatever, African situation. No, Somali, I'm sorry. So this is an African situation. The Africans think they're better than American blacks, too. We've had that conversation in here. So, you know, that whole situation apparently was Somali men that were there. But somehow American black men are getting blamed. Black men ain't shit. Anyway, I want to find the one video that I really need to show y'all, but I got a couple more. So,
I don't know who needs to hear this, but nigga, you's a bitch. Your father's a bitch.
this is what it is. This is what she wants to do.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but nigga, you's a
I think this
bitch.
is
Your father's a bitch.
kind and gentle person who would just say, "Oh no, I'm not interested." Oh no, thank you. I'm okay.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but nigga, you's a bitch.
You know, I'm not interested. This is a bitch who's gonna make a scene, and I'm gonna tell you why she's gonna make a scene. She's dark skinned, and I've told y'all about the dark skin thing before. I've argued with somebody here who was dark skinned about the dark skin thing before. I love dark skinned women, right? Don't get it twisted, right? So I say the things I say out of authenticity, right? Because I'm not saying it for views. I don't say shit for like. I don't get no bonus points for that. Like, because these things have to be on record. Somebody go be, well, Huncho, you said. Well, I say some shit. I mean that shit. I love dark skinned women, but dark skinned women have the biggest issues in the black community. We talk about colorism. A lot of it's just psychological, right? And so because they perceive themselves, or others may perceive them as less attractive, or they feel this way, they do more things to stand out and get fucking attention. They do more outrageous shit, right? And I've dated dark-skinned chicks that they do that shit. I mean, it is what it is. I've had dark-skinned women tell me these things, right? I have conversations with women, right? And you know, I don't like talking to women, but I like talking to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like understanding them. Sometimes.
What have I ever done to anybody?
Oh, no, this is the full cut. All right, this is like a.
I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Don't you ever fuck with Brianna Taylor ever again. This is for the fact that you're a white man and I'm a black woman. I have less privilege than you. Thank you.
I hope every black woman is kissing another black woman, because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property.
Trio, what's the
with
motherfucking
our
deal?
lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones and the two.
This is part of the clip. I think that I don't know if the whole clip is in this one, but this is the clip I want y'all to watch. I don't even know why I got this shit. I'm sitting in clip. This is the clip I want y'all to watch while we continue the rest of this conversation. I'm gonna let it play. I ain't gonna say shit else. I'm lying. I'm gonna interrupt the shit. But I'm gonna let it play. It's like 2 minutes left of the rest of the clips. I'm gonna let y'all play the rest of the clips. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna drink my drink. I'm gonna be quiet and listen to some Kevin Gates in the background while this plays out. And when it's done, we're gonna have the real conversation, right? I'm gonna say a couple of more things. We're gonna open up the line. I want somebody to justify this shit to me. I need someone to justify it. I need the smoke tonight. So I hope somebody is disagreeing with every single word I'm saying. I hope it's burning you up, eating your lives, and I hope you just can't wait to get on the line and tell me how wrong I am. I want it.
Bitch, not even a 3! Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody, and we provide, baby, okay? So I hope you catch a girl tonight, because I hope I do. And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives without worried about niggas. Like, they were not worried about niggas. They were decentering men. So before there was feminism, there were lesbians. Hey, excuse me, thank you. Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face, because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all gonna do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face? Man, fuck all y'all niggas. What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Privilege than you.
I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody.
Privilege than you.
Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men.
About that? That's why?
and was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick. And all these niggas is watching. And nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face and then they're all just watching. And they let that nigga get in a corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
I have less privilege than you. Thank you.
I have my
Get out there, Cornell. All right, let's go. So anyway, this broad here is a fucking lunatic. Yes, I listen to Spanish music, and I don't know what the fuck they be saying, but this shit be jamming. So y'all heard all that stuff, right? I want to get to the point where she talked about black women. This is some shit that black women do. It irks the fuck out of me, right? Like, so if you knew, and I don't think too many new people in here. No new people don't come into the den. So y'all should like know where I'm finna go with a lot of this. Like I've said these things 1,000 times before, right? I love black women. I'm no longer. I cut out the whole exclusive mentality. You know, after the last issue, like, you know, I'm an equal opportunity employer and all that good stuff. But I will have a preference still for black women. It is what it is, right? I wanna get happy, grab me a hair full of that nappy. But anyway, but let's talk about it, right? Black men ain't this, black men ain't that. Black women, we're the protectors, the providers, we're the benefactors of the earth, we're all this shit. But then we'll turn around, you do all this great goodness, amazing stuff, then we'll turn around and say we're the most hated group on the planet. Tell you why you're the most hated group on the planet, because you're the most arrogant group on the planet, right? Period. And that's not just black American women. This is starting to become black women in the West as a whole, right? And I know some of you, well, I'm not like that, and some of y'all are like, well, thank goodness I'm white. Some of y'all white women act the same way too. So I ain't letting y'all ain't get it for y'all be hanging out with your black co-workers, y'all be acting like the bitches too. But let's talk about it, right? A couple of points I want to make. Then I want to open up the lines. I want to know what y'all think, right? Why is there a different energy for this woman getting hit, right, with a brick than it was for the woman who got hit with the chair in Alabama? Can somebody explain to me what the difference is? Why is there a different energy? A woman is a woman, right? But black women don't care about women. They care about black women, right? And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say some stuff. And again, if you feel like I'm wrong, don't get mad. I want you to, I want to prove me right. I want to learn. Prove me wrong. Like, the whole point of discussions is to learn. These are my opinions, but if you can help me see the light, I would greatly appreciate it. But, because if you notice when women, we talk about things, when women talk about women's issues, white women, Hispanic women, they talk about women. Black women talk about black women, right? That's why even with black female comedians, they don't do as well across the board. They do well with black females. That's it. But you see black male comedians expand across the horizon. They generally have a wider audience. Even though some of the content is the same. You feel me? So let's get into it. So I want to know about that. The brick versus the chair. Why is there a different energy? You know what's super funny too? Women don't appreciate a man until they need one. Y'all saw all these videos when she was comfortable and safe in a world that men have built, and we all benefit from it. So I'm not saying I ain't built it. I benefit from the work that men prior to me coming to this planet have done. That men who are alive right now have done. Our predecessors. Anyway, I benefit too. We acknowledge this stuff, but still, you have women who's, oh, we don't need a man for nothing. Well, bitch, when the last time you seen a bitch build a house from scratch? When's the last time you seen an all-female construction crew, right? So men are necessary, but you know, women benefit from it. They'll say, oh, I don't need a man for nothing, until you need a man for something, right? Right. So all that rah-rah, women this, women we the protectors. I'm trying to find me a lesbian. I'm being all this other shit. There's women out there too. When you got clocked with that brick, why you ain't calling none of them bitches the protectors? Why didn't you have any of them bitches protect you? You know it all. You got it all figured out. your own words. The women are the protectors. What it is. So again, something to think about. Now here's a point that I made earlier, and this is something I thought about, and I'm like, when I was talking about the domestic violence shit, and I say that I will never help another person. You know what I'm saying? I will never help another person out in a domestic violence. The person I don't know. As a man, you're a fool. You're a fucking fool if you help out a strange woman in a situation. Call the laws. Don't help out. Call the law. Say, hey, you know, some shit going down over here. Do not intervene. It's not your job. It's not your spot. It's not your role. You owe it to the women that are actually in your life. Your significant other, your daughter, your wife, girlfriend, mom, grandma, sister, auntie, people who are actually affiliated with you. For you to take a risk for a woman you don't know her behavior, she might be a hoe, she might be a trouble starter, all this, and to risk your life, you a fucking fool. You're stupid as shit. You are taking away from the women that actually matter in your life by going and trying to help some stray. I don't give a fuck what her situation is. Like, I really don't. Because I'm the man that has to protect these women. So if I go lose my life protecting some goofy bitch, there's not going to be a replacement for me to protect me and mine, right? No. And that bitch ain't going to give a fuck. Because more than likely, if something go down and I get X'd out, and I ain't talking about Wakanda, none of that stupid shit. If I get X'd out, you know what I'm saying? Shit. What's she going to do? Go with the nigga that offed you? Or if I'm dead, he in jail? Then she going to go find a new nigga get fucked up. It don't matter, right? So you owe it to the motherfucking women in your life that actually matter to not help out some strange bitch off the street who made some bad fucking decision and is suffering from her own fucking consequences. Leave that bitch to her own devices, right? You see these motherfuckers say they don't need men. 99% of the time they don't need men until a man step in that play. Well, shit, bitch, you big and bad. Do your thug thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know people say, Hunter, what you're saying is just, it's not right. Well, if it's not right, then there's another side that's not right, and they should probably shut the fuck up. Because you can't have it fucking both ways. Men ain't asking for it both ways. We're willing to protect. We're willing to do this. We're just asking you to do a certain thing. Women don't want that. They want to feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want to. You see over here slapping niggas. You see over here twerking in the middle of the street. You see there's some other videos where she doing some other shit. You see her talking down on men like they ain't shit, this, and this. One little brick comes around. Now to tell her, nobody help me. Bitch, you don't want no help. You ran your mouth beforehand, showed what type of bitch you was. You don't want no help. You don't need no help. You independent. Go get that shit. That's what independent is. That's what independent truly is. I go get into an altercation with a motherfucker, I'm going to handle that altercation with them. That's independent. I'm not finna go get somebody. You're depending on somebody else to handle your fucking battles. So as soon as you go, hey, I need it, you're no longer independent. You can feel how you want to feel about it. It's the fucking truth. You as a man, wherever you are, I understand you guys are gentlemen, good men, all that. You're an idiot if you risk your life for a woman that you are not affiliated with in form or fashion. You ain't got to be fucking a bitch. Like I say, it could be a family member, because you owe it to be for your mother. Even if you do have a dad in the picture, hey, the more the merrier, the more protection the better. Your mother, your wife, girlfriend, significant other, child. Shit, if you got a female dog, that bitch is more important. No pun intended. That bitch is more important than some fucking random bitch off the street. You feel me? Like, they say you don't need men, that you don't need my fucking protection. Like, I refuse to do it. And I don't know your standards, because most women act and think and operate the same, especially younger women. So I'm gonna let you deal with your consequence. You got it. You got it. How am I at fault for me not getting involved in something that don't concern me? You know, that's super funny, right? Because a man can be questioned on his manhood by not intervening in something, but a woman can't. It's super funny that people who can't do a thing want to tell the people who can how they should do it, right? That's why I don't like listening to women like football broadcast. I'll listen to female bass a little bit, but I won't listen to it. I don't want to hear a woman talk about football, right? Get your ass on that field and take a lick. Take a lick from a young nigga in high school, right? And then let's have a conversation. I don't want to hear it, right? Like, I don't like hearing pussy ass dudes talk about, like a dude who looks like he may be a trans man and is a biological. I don't want to hear this nigga talk about sports. I don't want to hear sport from motherfucker who ain't never make a varsity. I don't want to. Oh, my drink. Yeah, I must be getting into that bitch is strong, goddamn. But so like, I look at them as, I don't want to say effeminate, but I just don't want to hear your opinion. Like, I don't hear my fucking opinion on don't know, fucking nautical navigation or something. Can't drive a fucking boat. You know, I can't tell you how to fucking drive a boat. I can't tell you how to catch a bear or something. You know my advice on no shit like that. I'm not gonna talk about it. That's not my place. But so like I said, you owe your mom, your wife, your girlfriend, future girlfriend. You might not even have none of these motherfucking shits in your life, but you owe the future those the respect of not intervening when a woman has to be held responsible for the decisions that she chose to make, right? Another thing, I talked about it. Women downplay their own poor behavior in important situations. It's a lot of times women have gotten involved in things and made it much worse, right? A situation occurs. She'll try to put her man on the line to defend her honor when she's not even an honorable woman. A lot of times these bitches just like this broad. She's not an honorable woman. Why would I defend? I value myself. Why would I go to bat to this bitch run around slapping and twerking people? She's a useless, wasted. Right? I don't even want that pussy. Like, what do you want? I wouldn't try to say the whole skeet on your titties, bitch. Like, no, I wouldn't do it. Like, that bitch got hit with I'd tell the story. I'd be like, old buddy. I ain't show y'all that video. I'm gonna show y'all that video. Dude who came and said that if it happened again, he wouldn't do it. I'm gonna finish my points. I'm gonna show y'all that video, then we're gonna open up the line. She got 2 GoFundMe's out, right? One for $25,000, one for $5,000. Why do you have 2 separate friends doing a GoFundMe? And on one of the GoFundMe's, you got Cash App, PayPal. The purpose of GoFundMe is to acquire the funds. So why are you putting all these other things on there, right? Put that on a different page, put that on, because it's not about really needing help. It's about you taking advantage of a situation to make a bunch of money, to continue living the way you do. That's why I don't go down. She big-faced it. You know, I'm just coming from another nigga with a big face. I got a big face. You know what I'm saying? We big-faced people, right? It is what it is. And so she'll be all right. I don't see no $30,000 worth of it. That's probably $30,000 to get a tummy tuck and some, tighten them titties up and some other shit, because she want a titty. So she gonna go fix herself up. Probably start an OnlyFans, some shit like that if she ain't already got one. Yeah, you already know. Shout out to Shandy JLB. What you doing in this thing? Yeah, so 2 GoFundMe's, right? Why do you need 2? One, you got $25,000. What the fuck is you got one for $5,000 for? I'm believing the $5,000 was first, and then they saw what was going on, and somebody else capitalized on it. $30,000 for what? Is something broken? It don't look like your jaw nothing broke. You're talking fine. So I'm trying to figure out what is the $30,000 for? Sympathy? Because she already reached it. You got women coming out the woodworks, reliving their past experiences, generally because of the bad decisions they made. And so they came for this broad because they can relate. But what they don't pay attention to is, hey, we all make bad fucking decisions. Let's blame men. I talked about the dark-skinned thing. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. And this is just a question, right? I'm going to play the last video. I want y'all to think about this and just drop an answer in the chat. 0 for no, 1 for yes. You know how we do the polls in here. I could actually do a real poll, but I'm not. I'm open about in a second. Quick poll. Should straight men defend members of the alphabet community, like the LGBT community, right? Let me know what y'all think. Schmicky. Good to see you. How are you doing this evening? Should they, right? If people are members of a community that detest you, that don't like you, that say things that slander you, undermine you at every turn, but then as soon as you don't do the shit they want to when they need you, now you're doubly bad with all this stuff, right? And this is not me attacking anybody. All this is perception, perspective, and my thoughts. If you disagree, this is the den. Discussing everything normally, you gotta get irate about it. You just talk about it. It's going on. I also have one more thing I'm gonna say before I show y'all this video before I open up the line. So I was in orientation day. I told you I started a new job working from home. And the trainer is from Utah, right? And so y'all know my saying used to always be, man, that's tough, right? It's funny because a lot of shit was going on. She was all messed up and people, she says, that's fair. And she said a bunch of, like, as much as I would say, hey, that's tough, she says, that's fair. And I find that very, very funny. I'm going to start using, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Fucking state fair. Anyway, let me show you this last video. And, Shannon, I protect you though, Shannon. Let me show you this last video, buddy talking, and then we're going to open up the line. I want to know what y'all think. When you open up the line, I'm not going to say anything, right? I want y'all to call and express your thoughts. I'm just ask you how you feel about it. I'm gonna ask you what you think, and then if you disagree, we'll have a discussion. If you agree, I'll let you point out anything I may have missed, or just your thoughts overall. I would love to hear from some ladies tonight too, because I've seen mixed opinions. I've seen some women say this bitch is bad behaved and she deserved it. I've seen some women never ever put you. That's so stupid. Like, I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't believe in hitting women. I'm not condoning any of this shit. But you're stupid as fuck to believe that you can go do anything and there ain't somebody with a little off their rocker that ain't gonna fucking hit you with the Ike backhand. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, right? And I think maybe some of that need to be brought back. But anyway, I thought it was legal to beat your hoe. Who know where that came from? Anyway, let me show y'all this and let's open it up. 335 trying to, Heidi's been trying to undermine your early presence just because she's late.
One of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for. I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at some of the videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. I don't regret standing up for her. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying that any men have a right to hit a woman, especially with a brick. Nobody deserves that. But at the end of the day, there's more to the story. She's not as innocent as she's trying to portray herself to be. She wants attention. She's an attention-seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you guys have given her what she wanted. Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch. Because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him. I don't condone that type of behavior, but once again, she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. I literally, I remember a while back, she's posting videos going around in public, literally smacking old white people in the face. For what? And now you get hit by a brick, and now you want to cry wolf? And I don't care. You wanted trouble, you got trouble. That's why I'll still buy and watch. So don't, oh man, that whole situation got me upset.
So what y'all think? What y'all think about?
One of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was
Oh yeah, there's that. So yeah, I offered y'all a bunch of pistachios to do something very simple. Now I won't tell y'all because I fucked it up. So now y'all don't know what I was saying. And I think I'm gonna take the pistachios back. I was offering 10,000 pistachios for a simple task, but since I played myself, nobody gets anything. Anyway, and everybody who commented should have had their 5,000 pistachios in their account. But I wanted y'all to see that. Again, why would a man put himself out? Like, he could have stayed silent and said, I wasn't there, I don't know shit. He didn't have to admit to it, right? But he did. He put himself out there. So that lets you know that bitch had to be behaving very poorly for him to want to put himself out there, go against the narrative, because people still gonna judge you. You're still a man. I hate them pussy niggas. Like, look, I love women, bro. Don't get me wrong. I love y'all. I think y'all are the most amazing creation on this planet. I love women, big, tall, short, small. Women are works of art, walking works of art. Art, not science. Art. Miss Meat, how are you doing this evening? But sometimes you gotta learn how to be responsible for it. And sometimes you gotta make an example out of somebody, right? And I'm just saying, sometimes, like, that's what you do. If you're involved in certain activity, you make an example out of motherfuckers so other motherfuckers don't get out of line. Sometimes society makes example out of motherfuckers, but, when you protected by everything, motherfuckers still ain't gonna learn. And they gonna blame somebody else. She don't deserve. Like, look, bitch, you behave badly, you gonna get bad fucking results. That's just what the fuck happens. All right, give me a second. Let me open up the phone and shit. I got a nice little buzz going. I hope y'all doing the same. I hope y'all been doing what I told you. You're supposed to drink something, roll something up, do something out. I don't know. You could do a couple of lines. I don't think that would be ideal for the den. I mean, if that's your thing. I wouldn't advise any heroin. That's definitely a no-go. I don't know the other new drugs. So, yeah. Just get your drink, get your smoke. That's what's best for the den. Just chill. Till the next episode. All right, cool. I think the line should be good. And I'm gonna put the number up here. Click it. 832-464-4555. 832-464-4555. That is the den line number. You can call, you can text. I would hope that you call if you have views on this particular matter. If you feel different about this particular matter, I would love to know exactly how you feel. And let me make sure I got the right, because I don't have it on the right shit. Hold on one second. There we go. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Jason S. I'm doing very well. Give me just a second. Let me make sure the sound is right in the deal, because you'll probably be all over the place. And right here. Now, I made a real crazy noise there for a second. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, that's real wild. Yeah, it's doing something real janky. Real bad echo thing going on. Let's do this. Let's see. All right. All right, how about now? Can you hear me now? Mr. Jason, can you hear me? I might not be going through on that one. Give me just a second. Mr. Jason, can you hear me now? Okay, all right. Give me just a moment. I don't know why that's making that sound. Give me just a moment. I apologize, y'all. Y'all know players fuck up. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever I cut this volume on, it gets crazy. My apologies, y'all. Let me figure out what's going on. Let me correct this matter and figure out why we got some crazy shit happening. Let's see if this helps. Nope, absolutely not. That makes it that makes it even worse. I don't know why I keep doing this. Something is doubled up. Y'all give me just a second. Let me figure out what's causing the echo, and I will resolve. Y'all know I got to troubleshoot in real time. That's how I operate. That's how the den works. If you're not troubleshooting in real time, you ain't in the den. Yeah, play. It's major players fuck up royally. So that's just how it goes. Let's try this. I wonder if it's this thing. I wonder if it's the audio on my shit that's not acting right. I don't know. All right, let's try this. Now, for as soon as I open up the desktop, it starts fucking getting janky, real janky. Let's see if this changes. All right, let's try that, and let's try. Can you hear me now, Mr. Jason? Okay, but now the people can't hear you. It is something. Oh wow, I got the old number. Don't whatever that Ed Honcho is posting in the chat. That's really me, but it's an old fucking thing. So don't call that old number. Call the new number. I don't know why, Mr. Jason. Yeah, it's for whatever reason it's causing a crazy echo. But like I said, especially here, I can hear you, but the people can't hear you. Y'all give me a second. I know what I can do. Give me just a second. I'm gonna have to do some ghetto shit. All right, Mr. Jason, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we'll do it this way. This will work. All right, y'all let me know if y'all can hear in the chat. I mean, it's showing that you should be able to hear. If not, well, tough luck. All right, Mr. Jason, after this long pause and delay, what's on your mind? How do you feel about Brickgate, the shit that is taking place, the shenanigans and tomfoolery involved with this whole story?
Well, before we get into the whole story, I just want to tell a little, well, not necessarily funny, but kind of funny tidbit.
Okay.
I misread the description and I misinterpreted the title. I did not read that a dude threw a brick at a lady because she rejected him.
Yeah.
I read a dude was bricked up when a lady rejected him.
That's probably a true story somewhere. Not in this particular case, but I'm sure.
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you got to think about it. Clubs, drugs, women wearing sexy outfits. I'm pretty sure it happens a lot. I'm pretty, maybe it was happening, but
yeah, it could have been anything. So, but as for the lady who got a brick thrown at her face, I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. Do I condone? I kind of feel the same way as I do with the dude that was in the video when he said that he was watching this whole situation happen. Do I agree with what he did? No. But is anyone really going to save her at the same time, considering her past behavior, especially the videos of her slapping white dudes and making fun of, was it making fun of old women? I wasn't really paying attention to the second video that you showed.
It depends on which one. I can't, because for whatever reason the audio was giving me some issues, so I can't remember the exact verbiage, but probably so. She talks shit about everybody.
Well, either way, she was doing something, and then it didn't look like she was doing something very, very good. But I can't exactly defend her at the same time. Like, I don't think she deserved to have a brick thrown at her face. Well, first of all, the dude's using the wrong weapon. Like, if you're gonna do that, you can't use a brick. You gotta use a car. That's the only way that this is gonna work. You have to use a car.
So, are you trying to do something more finite than a brick would be able to do?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I think it's a little extreme, but I'm gonna follow where you're going. I'm listening.
Hey, look, man. Look. I am an extremist, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fucking fascism all the way.
So would it be better if it was an off-road vehicle?
Either an air raid or an urban assault vehicle. One of the two.
Terrible.
That's the only ones that would work. But actually, what do you think would work?
I'm gonna be honest. Man. Like, so I move a little differently, right? I don't see myself getting irate over rejection, right? Because, like I say, there's multiple billion other fish in the sea, right? And So hey, everybody not gonna like you. Like I have a mindset of that, but I think I'm gonna win more than I lose. So hey, if I lost this one, I'll win on the next one. And I'm gonna be honest. Look at her, right? Like, and I'm not saying she's somebody's cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like, again, everybody has their own preferences, but
I mean, I knew what type.
yeah, I'm not gonna lose any sleep. I wouldn't lose any sleep if I went to go shoot and be like, I'd probably jump. This bitch rejected me. This bitch. But like, other than that, I wouldn't be all out. I wouldn't beat her with a brick or nothing. I'd just be like, all right, cool. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't waste the time and or energy being mad when there's probably another woman within 10 to 15 feet. Man, go shoot your shot again. Look, hey, hit the reset button. Go try somewhere else. That ain't the one for you. Go find you one. She might not be with it, but the next one might get it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can agree.
Yeah. So my deal is like, I don't ever see an instance where it's justified to hit a woman because she rejected. Let me be real careful with that. If she rejected you in a normal, decent way. Now again, if she turned up and she doing all this fuck you nigga and blah, blah, trying to clown and all that, I still don't say that I would do it. I wouldn't do it. But you can't sit here and think that this is America. Everybody and their mama unstable. Everybody and their mama got a mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Right? We always talk about traumas carried by ancestors. And you think motherfuckers gonna be okay to just let you talk to them, Craig? You might get the taste slapped out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And so, it is what it is. So, it's unfortunate.
I do.
It's unfortunate, but you can escalate yourself into problems thinking you fly because she shows me she's an attention-seeking person. It's not hard for me to imagine her do say, hey, little mama, what's up? Let me talk to you. What are we doing? Nigga, even I could just see her turning up. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, and honestly, African women don't generally be like that. The ones I've come across. I would expect that more from an island woman than an African woman, but she's obviously been westernized and she's on some other shit and she's, doing whatever. So, I mean, all the chances, all the things came together for that to happen.
Would you say that she's been whitewashed?
No, absolutely not. I would
definitely.
That would be the the last thing I'd say.
No, that's you turn into Ashley.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But like
Ashley, please do not come after me.
But I do find it weird we're going to bring back a Den Folk debate night. Today is debate day. Shout out to Miss Lady Listen. I love Miss Lady Listen. I'm glad that she was in here. I don't know if she's still in here, but shout out to her. Been talking about y'all all week. Glad to see you. Make me feel good to see Miss Lady Listen. Oh.
Yeah. I will be honest. Yeah. I will be honest.
Yeah.
I was, but after reading the description and reading the title and hearing that you agreed with it, I was actually disagreeing with you.
Really?
When you said that she deserved to get hit in the head with the brick.
Okay.
But as you showed me more context, I was like, oh, okay. So I'm not entirely agreeing that she deserved to be hit in the head with the brick.
Yeah.
But I can understand why.
Yeah.
And I can also understand why no one else intervened, because not only do you have to think about yourself in this situation, but defending someone like that I wouldn't feel right defending someone like that.
Yeah.
Like it's tough.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, but I mean that's just I can't go there, man. Especially because I'm a bitch, man. I run away from the first sign of conflict.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. Jason, because you have been. Oh wow, I pulled my thing out. You have been down with the den for so long. I'm gonna tell you to do something, right? And this is something I won't say it's something I wish somebody would have told me, but as a man, you got to start embracing that conflict. It will change your life for the better. I'm not saying go out looking for fights. I'm not saying go out starting shit. But don't be afraid of conflict, because once you engage that conflict and you come out on the other side, you will be a better man for it. It might not seem like it. It may seem like there's only negative outcome. It may seem impossible, but do it. You trust me. It's in you. You may not think so. You may like, it's not my cup of tea. It's in you. When you come out on that other side of whatever that may be, you will be a better man for it. I wouldn't lie to you, Jason. I wouldn't lie to you. I'd lie to some other people, but I wouldn't lie to you.
Nah, you don't seem like. Actually, you don't really seem like the type of person to lie that much. You seem like the type of person to lie about some mean out shit. But when it comes down to like the most realistic, real stuff, you don't really tend to lie about that kind of stuff.
No, I'll be honest. I'll probably lie about some little white lies.
You're basically a self-aware asshole.
Hey, I like that. Very much so. Very much so. I would agree with that. 'Cause I definitely embrace the asshole. That sounded
The
terrible.
chocolate starfish.
That sounded
The chocolate starfish.
really bad. Hold on, let me phrasing. That was phrasing first on that part. But I am an asshole, right? But I'm a nice asshole. You know what I mean? Like I like to learn. I like to listen. I don't try to force my point on people. If people have better views and can present an argument, but I'm more than willing to listen. But I am an asshole. Okay. So, but that's the same boat I'm in. Like, I don't honestly feel like she deserved to get hit with a brick, right? Like, I'm not saying, like, bitch reject you and she talk crazy, hit her with a brick. Get a good old Acme brick. Buy yours now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, like, my thing is more so the message to women, right? If you're saying men ain't what they used to be and you know this, then why would you engage in some type of antagonizing behavior when niggas these days act like bitches and you know they act like bitches? So what response do you think you're gonna get but a man acting like a bitch and he gonna hit you? Miss Me, you feel like I see you like you got something to say down there, so I'll be expecting a call from you later, Miss Me, but not right now. I don't know if I can deal with you right now. But yeah, so it's not that I don't feel like she just deserved to get hit. Like, I'm not saying keep a brick in your back pocket just in case the bitch get out of line. Like, no, but you know, the thing is, like, you gotta realize what's out there. Clubs are for unstable people. Right? Like, the weirdest shit to me is I want to go meet somebody. I've never been a club person, right? But I want to go out and meet.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I want to go out and meet somebody in a fucking club or some weird shit like that. It's unstable shit. That's not natural. You know what I'm saying? So you got to expect that somebody's going to be fucking a little off. At least give them the benefit of the doubt of being a little off. But it is what it is. So, have you ever shot at a chick and she gave you a harsh rejection?
Funnily enough, no. They've actually all been pretty okay. But then again, that would also imply that I've asked a lot of women out, and that's not a very high number. I've actually had a pretty okay success rate, but it's not a very high number. But some of the times that I got rejected, it was actually pretty quick, and it wasn't violent, and I just kind of accepted defeat. But for me, it's like once you accept defeat, don't dwell on what happened. See where you did wrong, see how to fix it, and then when that time comes again, don't make those same mistakes. Because if you make the same mistakes again and again and again and again and again, but expecting the same result every time, or expecting a different result, that's not going to lead you anywhere. That's insanity.
Yeah, I agree.
Fucking, did Voss ever tell you the definition of insanity? Don't be doing that. So, but that's always something that I've told myself, and it's been going good.
Okay. Why aren't you shooting at more women?
What's it?
I said, why aren't you shooting at more women?
I just wasn't. I was just focused on more things.
I understand. I mean, I learned something at a young age. Well, I didn't learn it because I didn't apply it, but I know this, even though I don't follow. I don't know if you're familiar with the wise philosophers, 3-6 Mafia, but
I know of them. I just haven't dived. I just haven't dived into the rabbit hole.
Yeah, no. I mean, well, they have a song called "A Bitch Will Be Your Worst Downfall," and this is true. This is true. You know, every great man has been built up by having a great woman at his side, but the majority of them in their downfall has been some type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking around or doing whatever. A broad will be your worst downfall. Okay. Anyway, that was random. Any other thoughts on this matter? What do you got even? Any other thing you would like to add?
Well, I do. Well, going back to what you said before. Funnily enough, a girl told me this in high school, and I always kind of kept it with me. Never let a bitch ruin your day.
Hmm.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree.
So do I.
You already know my principles on ladies, hoes, and bitches.
Yeah.
Ladies, hoes,
Love ladies.
positive.
Yeah.
Bitches,
You hate ladies, you love hoes, and you like bitches.
Yeah. No, I don't like bitches. I hate bitches. Love ladies. I like them hoes. I like them hoes. Don't like. I really like them hoes. But I hate them bitches. But yeah,
I think if I remember correctly, I think the way you said the reason why you don't like bitches is because they try to act like a hoe, but they don't really do it that well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. A bitch, like, and so if to break down the definition for those who don't know, a lady carries herself as a lady 24/7. A lady in public. Now, everybody is. I won't say everybody, but there are freaks behind clothes. You can be a lady in the streets, keep your business to yourself, and be a freak with the motherfucker you fuck with behind closed doors, and you can still be a lady. A hoe is out there for everybody, but she's honest about her actions. She's not hiding it. Like, I fuck around. I've had a lot of sex. It is what it is. A hoe can be your best friend if you know how to deal with a hoe, right? Hoes ain't for everybody. let me correct that. These hoes are for everybody, but hoes ain't for everybody. Because some niggas don't know how to deal with a bitch who's a self-admitted hoe, or she has what we would classify as hoish tendencies, or just maybe had, a body count or history. Like, a lot of men are not psychologically strong enough to deal with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there are problems that come with it. But a hoe will tell you all the shit. A hoe will be the one that explains to you a woman's nature. She'll be the one that'll show you some things you ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying?
Would she be the one to be self-aware about her history?
Yeah. And that's the difference between a hoe and a bitch, right? Because a hoe she knows her history, she knows what it is, she's not trying to play no other role. As much as I detest like a Sexy Red or a Sukihana or them motherfuckers, like, they're hoes.
You can't hold it.
And they're blatant, they're blunt, they're honest about what they are, who they are, and they accept it, right? So that's cool with me. I don't necessarily agree with your behavior, but I respect the fact that you own your shit. You know what I'm saying? A bitch is a motherfucker who tries to portray themselves as a lady. You know what I mean? But in reality has more hoish tendencies, but doesn't want, she wants to participate in those hoish activities, but wants to be viewed as a lady. Like, you don't get to be both. You know what I'm saying? And so when you treat her like what she is, and she don't like it, then she starts to respond a certain way. She responds in a very negative way because she wants to be viewed as this, but she wants to behave as this, and you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. That's kind of why they are the way they are, more than likely. Yeah. So that's my spill on that.
Yeah. I ain't got anything else to share, man. I'm gonna go ahead and then let someone else talk about this, man.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Jason, as always, good to talk to you. We're going to do a karaoke soon, Mr. Jason. I don't know what day. We might just do it in the Discord. I don't know. But I'm going to need some of that guitar action real soon, sir.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. That's all I can ask for. But I appreciate you calling in, sir. Getting the party started off this evening.
Yes, sir. I can't wait to hear what everyone else has to say.
All right. Shout out to Mr. Jason, a.k.a. Dr. Rabbit. And don't get me wrong, I like talking to new folks. I enjoy all the new people coming in. But sometimes when I just talk to some of the OGs, it's an amazing thing. Some of you guys have been around this place for years, right? I've been around here for years. But, but, I really do enjoy talking to y'all. Like, just like friends. I mean, y'all are friends. Don't get it twisted. But, okay, so we got a couple of calls. I wonder. I see a certain number. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that'll be a very interesting number if you call back. I'm your friend. So you got to be careful, right? Because I've learned that friend has some some definitions these days. Like, I've always thought of friend has different definitions these days, right? Like, so you got to be cautious about your friendships through technology and everything. Like, man, you try to get my friends. You know what? If you ever in the area, we're gonna go have us a drink. I don't know if you know what the area is, but yeah. But like a friend, you gotta be careful with friends nowadays, right? Because motherfucker might be talking about your friend. Yeah, look at your call coming in. I was about to put some secrets out there, boy. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's going on, Han to the show? This is Kenneth Fitzgerald.
Shut the fuck up. Kenneth, how the fuck have you been?
I've been chilling, and chilling, doing my thing with me.
That's good. Man, you ain't drinking on no Michael Kors Lights, are you?
I don't drink anymore, and I don't smoke anymore.
What? I respect that.
Clean.
I can respect that. How long you been clean, man?
2 years.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
Much respect.
And
Much respect.
drinking, smoking, along with sex, everything, complete, total, cleanse, if you will.
Okay. Nothing but respect for that.
But how you been doing? I haven't peeped into with you guys in a while. Like a while.
Yeah, it has been a minute. We've actually been talking about you, Mr. Ken. We've kind of been getting things rekindled. We just talk about, some of the things you used to say, and we just talk about some of your old catchphrases and stuff. We was in the Discord.
Have you?
Yeah, so but trust me, look, once you're a den folk, you're always a den folk, man. But like I say, it's just kind of getting things back in order. Like I say, started some new stuff this week, so we're gonna get the den back on the regular. Man, I'm really actually very happy that you called in, man. I really am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, what? Kid, I've always had positive things to say about you, man. You've actually opened a door for me because we've had conversations that I've never had before, and that I haven't had the opportunity to have with people. So you've opened my mind and insight to different things that I wasn't familiar with. So I have a lot of respect for you, Mr. Kid. So
I appreciate it.
yeah.
Man.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thanks for showing me love, son.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for
Absolutely.
showing me
Absolutely.
love. Thanks
But
for having me.
Yeah.
And
But I want to know your thoughts, man. Brickgate and this whole situation with this lady Rhoda, I think was it Rhoda, something like that. What are your thoughts, man? How do you feel about what took place and how people responded to it?
Brickgate. So I guess I'll start off with because I watch your show and I have some feelings per usual. And so I'll just start off with what I believe I should start off with, and that is women need to learn. And you know I only talk about, for the most part, my black women because that's my community. That's, I care about everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But like black women are on the top of my care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
So that's what I'm talking about. So I believe black women need to learn when to shut up. Black women need to learn when to shut up. We saw when the black woman was arguing with the man in the restaurant. I forgot where it was, and her son killed the man.
Yeah.
He punched her.
Yeah.
Now, she won't rah-rahing. The woman won't rah-rahing with the man. But she was going back and forth, and she saw that she was dealing with an uncaged animal. She saw what she was dealing with. He gave her a warning and told her, you say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. Now, he gave her a warning, But in typical many black women fashion, they got to keep going. They just got to keep going. They don't know when to shut up. You got to know who you're dealing with black women. Know that many of the men now, and I'm speaking from my experience, I'm also speaking from data. Because I don't know if you remember, but I study data. I like to make sure that my opinions are rooted in data more than my feelings. Because there's a lot of niggas online just talking. They saying a lot of stuff, but they not backing up what they saying with data, with facts, with research. They're just talking, you know. So a lot of the black men today act like uncaged animals. And when you look at the societal pyramid, you have white men at the top, and you know the top of the pyramid is very small. That little top is very small. Cut it in four. If you have the white men at the top, you got the white women right underneath them. The white women support the white men because of the power structure. Then right after the white women, you got the black man right there. After the black men, you got the black woman at the very bottom. She supports the black men. Not out of power, though. Like the white women support the white men. The black men don't got no power. Black women support the black men out of ignorance, delusion. Many black women are delusional, ignorant. And that's how black men want them. In a delusional state so they could run games, do all of what they want to keep them in the state. Well, you got to wrap it around your finger. It's psychology we're talking about as well. So when you're talking about the black men in the societal pyramid, you have freedom, total freedom. They're giving black men total freedom to just do what they want to do. But it's freedom without governance. There is no governance. There is no self-governance. So you do what you want to do. The white man lets you do what you want. You're going to do what you want to do because when you mess up, guess who's going to capitalize off your mess up? White man going to capitalize off your mess ups. The white structure going to capitalize. When you selling drugs, who making money? Who's ultimately making money? The white power structure. You're going to jail, the white power structure making. When you die, the white power structure making money. When you're walking around having sex like a rabbit with no condom, the white power making structure, because you birthing more slaves to come in and work. And black people ain't the only slaves. Everybody's a slave under United States capitalistic society. Everybody's a slave until you step outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So when you know who you dealing with, that's why I live in New York City. I know who I'm dealing with. Niggas done threatened to shoot me just by me walking in Harlem.
Really?
Just minding my business. Just based off of how I look. I ain't wearing no dress. I ain't out here looking like Saucy Santana. I'm just minding my business. Now, you know my face gonna look. You know, it's going to be edged up pretty. Now, the face going to look pretty. You know what I'm saying? But I look like the rest of dude, like dressed in regular dude clothes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out here licking my lips like LL Cool J niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just threatened to shoot me with his girlfriend. You know how that. Well, you probably don't know how that do. But, you know, he was with his girl. You know what I'm saying? And he threatened to shoot me. I know who I'm dealing with. Road rage, I let you. Look, I made a mistake. All right, you got it. You got it. I apologize. That was my fault. Look, I ain't trying to get killed over nothing minor.
Yeah.
I want my death to be an honorable death. You know what I'm saying? So black men know that other black men are uncaged animals. Hence why niggas don't jump in to protect them. Niggas don't. Because the first thing that black does is I ain't willing to risk my life. I gotta fix my opportunity. Niggas don't know that niggas are uncaged. They're animals. Now, and we're talking about data. According to the data, black men commit the most violent crimes in America. Data. Right. So, yeah, when you're talking about data, you got to know who you're dealing with. So I tell black women, shut up. Shut up. Stop talking. It's okay to let your ego fall and be like, you know what, you got it. That was my fault. I mean, nothing to it but to walk away. Just walk away. It ain't worth it. So, I said that black women need to shut up. Black women need to learn to be strategic when turning down men. You can't turn down men any old kind of way. Especially men nowadays. The men is weak-minded. Weak-minded. Because if you really think about the dating market and dating itself, dating is like an ocean. It's like an ocean. It ain't just, you got Nemos out there, you got goldfish, you know what I'm saying? You got the fighter fish out there. It's different kind of fish out there, but it ain't just fish. You got whales, you got eels, you got octopus, you got sea urchins. I mean, you got some of every creature out there to choose from. And you crying over one, two, even 10 or 20, when you got a whole ocean full of women to choose from. What you mad for? She want to leave you, let her go. It's a million other more women to choose from. If you don't want to give your number, let her go. It ain't that serious. You got a bunch of women to choose from. You know what I'm saying? But black women need to know who they dealing with. Don't turn the man down, rolling your eyes, giving the attitude, calling them dusty. You know, you don't gotta do all that. You don't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? Just smile, but like, and you can lie, be like, baby, I'm married. I got a man. Let's not ring on. I got a man. And if because the niggas gonna try you when you say you married anyway. They ain't gonna leave you alone. They gonna try you. They gonna say, well, are you happy?
Yeah. Oh,
are you happy?
Yeah, that's feel like conquering.
They gonna try you.
Oh yeah, if you conquer a married woman, you gonna feel something. All right, Mr. Ken, do me a favor.
That's right.
Can I hold you for about 45 seconds? I got to do it quickly. Can you do just a second? Let me put you on about 45 seconds. All right. And my apologies to everybody who's watching as well. When nature calls. Okay, so Miss King, you're saying that women shouldn't be getting all aggressive, and it's in their best interest to kind of learn how to reject men, the modern man, because the modern man is a little bit different than the prior generations.
Yeah. So I mean, me personally, I don't live my life through my ego. I live my life in a spiritual way, in an honorable way. So me apologizing, I'm not gonna lose nothing. you know what I'm saying, me moving a certain way, I'm not going to lose nothing because I don't run my life up with my ego. So when you have a lot of women behaving a certain way like that, the whole dusty woo woo woo, that's like, oh, I'm a bad bee, you know what I'm saying? His nigga trying to hit up on me. He think, That's ego right there. You know what I'm saying? Leave it alone. Like I said, say you married, say you got a man. If he try you, just ask him a simple question. That's all you gotta do. And this will make the nigga leave you alone. If he try you and say, well, are you happy? All you gotta do is say, now baby, now if I was your wife, what would you want me to do? That's all. The nigga gonna be like, all right, all right, I feel you. All right, well, you having a... That's all you got to do. Yeah. You got to be strategic with these niggas. You got to be strategic because, look, niggas, it ain't like niggas is the brightest running out here. Well, the brightest of the bright. For the most part. For the most part, we like I said, data, niggas got a high dropout rate. If niggas go to college, it's typically community. Typically don't even graduate from that. So, I mean, you gotta know who you dealing with. So, pulling game, you ain't gotta do but so much to pull a game on it. Is my point. Like I said, I'm going on data, you know. But so that's pretty much all I have to say about on the women part and embarrassing him in front of his boys. If you embarrass him in front of his boys, he gonna come for you. That's just what that is. He gonna come for you. You embarrass him in front of the boys because it's all about his reputation. He gonna come for you. That Brit is pretty much kind of her embarrassing him in front of his boys. The girl who embarrassed the boy in New York when he tried to offer her a bottle of wine during the protest era of COVID. He offered, I don't know if you remember, but he offered to buy her a bottle of wine in Harlem. She said no. She was nice in the beginning, and it's recorded. And he kept on insisting. She got a little bit feisty with him. Followed her outside. She got loud. He jumped on and beat her up. His friend got on, and they almost bit the girl eyeball out.
What?
He almost bit the girl eyeball out in Harlem. You know?
Come on, man.
Yeah. It goes down. Yeah. It goes down. The girl got hit in the head with a skateboard in the Bronx for turning this dude down a couple years back. I did see that one. So these things happen. So when you know who you're dealing with, you gotta walk strategically, and that goes in relationships. So you can't be popping off at the mouth with a bunch of overly sensitive niggas who've been raised by their mammy. Yeah. Like it's just not gonna end well for you. They're stronger than you physically. It's not going to end well for you. Save yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, with the critique, I must say, with the white woman getting hit with a chair in what I call the Alabama anti-black attack, I don't call it the Alabama brawl. I call it, I believe, yeah, that's right. You're in the high road. Yeah. It's the Alabama anti-black attack. That's what I call it. Because people like to use language real good to benefit them. That's true. Because when you call it a brawl, that means it began with us fighting each other. That ain't how it began. It began with a bunch of white folks attacking this black man. That's how it began. So I call it the Alabama anti-black, or you could say the Montgomery anti-black attack, either one, but just make sure you throw anti-black in there. Because if that was the Asian nigga, they would have said an anti-Asian attack. That's what they would have called it.
They had another bill out too.
If it was the LGBT, a white or somewhere around there, LGBT, they would have said an anti-LGBTQ attack. That's what they would have labeled it. So niggas need to start moving like that. Yeah, so look, it was anti-black, period. Whether you believe it or not, it was anti-black. Boom. Right. So the white woman got hit in the head with a chair. Who was mad? Because now I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. Everybody get equal opportunity.
Okay.
Who was mad at the white woman? And I ain't gonna call her the H word because I'm reformed a bit. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do.
This is definitely a change because I know Ken did not reserve no smoke for the white. It was all you. The white women got all the smoke. Ken has definitely reformed. So okay.
Look, I'm reformed a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm glossed over a little bit. If I ain't call the H word, I'm gonna call the white woman. You know what I'm saying? She got hit in the head with the chair. Who was mad? It was not black folks, men included.
No.
It was not black men or women or mixed people who was mad. It wasn't Mexican, Dominicano, Indian. It was white men that were mad. That's who was mad. Why? Because that's their woman.
Yeah.
That's their woman. They was all over TikTok, making videos defending her. They glossed over everything else to defend the white woman getting the head with the chair. Now, I must say, that was overkill because had he not hit her in the head with the chair, that fight would have lasted longer, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it to last a little bit longer. But once the cops was allowing it too. The cops was like, all right, shoot, look, this is out of my jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? But the moment he hit her with the chair, it was like, okay, nah, I gotta, because now you done took it to overkill. Now you had to hit the woman. You could have get a chance to the woman to let her do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to. You know, but I won't complain. I was just complaining that he made the fight into her. So my point is that white men protect white women at all costs. Yeah. I don't care if it's a prostitute, a meth head. They gonna protect her. Period. Yeah. No matter how many videos she posted, if she's getting assaulted by a man, especially if it's a man of another race, especially. Now, they can get away with hitting in their own private court. But in public, you see, they don't want to look at him in public. And they'll slap Susie around the house and all that. They could do it, you know what I'm saying? But you better not do it. You ain't going to do it, nigga. Do that, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, they protect their women. Ride or die, period. But with black men, for certain reasons, now, you know, I live in New York. I live with almost every racial group in the world, almost. And you see how every group interacts with their women and how they're protective over their women, opening doors for them. You know what I'm saying? Literally in protective mode at all times. They got the woman walking closest to the building, not on the road. Like, they real protective over their women. But it's just with us black men, and I hear us black men say things like, I love my black women, I love them. But see, words I don't care about nothing about your words. I care about your actions. What are your actions? Your action says you don't really too much love her like that. Now, you might love your mama and you halfway love her because you got a lot of things that you want to get off your chest to tell her, but you too scared. You too scared to say the stuff you want to say to your mama. So you take that aggression out on the women you date. Psychology speaking. Okay. So, but it's some truth in there. You know what I'm saying? So, the from my point of view, how black men interact with black women, it's as if black men view black women through the lens of white supremacy or the delusion of what. It's as if black men view the black woman like she was the slave owner. That's how it looks from my point of view. Because anytime something like this happens, you got the whole internet on and offline coming up with ways to excuse the actions of the man that did something to the woman. Everyone's online now excusing what the man did hitting her with a brick, like a whole. We ain't talking about no stick. We talking about a brick, like building houses, brick. You know what I'm saying? Like those types of bricks.
Yeah.
Over.
I got a question for you, though, Mr. Ken, if you don't mind.
Gotcha.
With her being of African descent versus being an African American, do you think that changes the dynamic in any way?
No, because see, she black to me.
Okay.
I didn't even know the girl was African until she said it.
Yeah.
I thought the girl was just, black.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. So to me, that don't change nothing. I don't separate the whole, oh, she's African or Jamaican. If you in America, you black to me. Now, mixed people, I call you biracial. Mixed people. But the black folks, I call you black. You black to me. And the mixed people, you in that category, but I call you biracial. You know what I'm saying? But you in there. You in the house, but you're just biracial. And I think because you have to acknowledge both races or tri-races of what created you. You can't eliminate one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So, no, it doesn't matter. I do believe that us as men, I believe that if that man, I believe that many of us, this is from my life experiences, from what I've seen, from experiences that I've seen in New York, North Carolina, and every other state that I've been in here in the United States, social media, from what people discuss with me. From my perspective, many of us today, maybe not, in the years, but today, many of us are black men are cowards. Many of us are cowards. And I'm going to explain to you why. Back when I was growing up, I'm 37. Black in my time, and before that, our cousins and our uncles was literally teaching us how to box. They had us boxing cousins. We would fight cousins, teaching us how to fight with our hands. No weapons, just literal boxing gloves. And we talked about as early as 8, 9 years old, boxing in the backyard. Niggas ain't doing that now.
Oh, no.
There is no uncles and cousins doing that with the men growing up now. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up guns.
Yeah.
Straight up guns. There is no fighting. You know what I'm saying? And black men know that there is no fight with each other. There is no fighting with each other. Now, a black man will fight a white man, but only if there's some more backup. Like that Alabama stuff, that wouldn't happen. You saw when it first kicked off, that black man didn't get one hit on the white man. Not one.
Yeah.
He didn't get a kick in. Not a kick. But the moment backup came in, that's when he gained the strength. Because to me, that's cowardice as well. Because you could at least got one hit in.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas rolling numbers
and
numbers. They don't have that honor and strength solo, dolo. So I believe that today, as men, we are cowards because we go after those who we deem are weaker than us. The short guys, little frail guys, women, trans, feminine, gay. If that dude who hit her with a brick was a trans black woman, now let's be real. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
If that nigga who hit her was a trans black woman or a feminine black gay man or a nerdy geeky dude, niggas all around would have jumped on.
Mm-hmm.
They would have jumped on. You ain't gonna tell me no different. Cause that's how niggas roll.
I can understand.
It is what it is.
But do you think that, okay, and like I said, well, nobody was there, but allegedly from the dude who said he didn't do anything, that her behavior was outlandish. Do you think that if a woman is displaying behavior, like you said earlier, that they should kind of know their battles, but if a woman is antagonizing a situation and she's escalating a situation, do you feel like men should still jump in and have to defend her?
Like to me, it depends on the situation. Not all situations, But in that situation, I believe that, and when, for some reason, when we hear protect black women, we automatically go to I ain't dying over nobody. Like we automatically go to violence. You know what I'm saying? But a simple getting in between them, like yo, bro, y'all, come on, like y'all chill out. You know, something that will try to de-escalate the situation. You don't gotta come in swinging. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do all that. You can come in and de-escalate the situation. You don't gotta go to violence. So I believe something like that should have taken place. Something to de-escalate. I'm not gonna say he should have hit the man back in her honor. I ain't saying doing all that. You don't gotta do all that. But just simply get in between them, separate them, break them up, let him go his way, and her go her way. She call the cops, do whatever that gotta do. That to me is protecting her from him throwing another swing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would have went any further than that. The same way with the black dude who got shot in a restaurant. All them black niggas was in there. Didn't nobody have to go and fight the man or nothing like that. But it was an old dude in there. Dude not gonna fight that old man. Hey yo, young blood, y'all, come on, y'all chill out. Lady, just go ahead and leave. You know, you see the brother, you know, just go, you know, something. Because, as I said, men of other races, they not standing around just, like, keep cackling like that. Men from back in the day, just not, the men from back in the day who are old now, they just won't standing around like that. And again, we must also say that women back in the day weren't acting like women today. Gotta mention that. However, the men from back in the day had more honor. They weren't just gonna stand around like that and laugh and keep cackle. You know what I'm saying? Even if they have phones to record. You know what I'm saying? I also must say that her doing skits, her talking about feminism and decentering men and how lesbians are the protectors and all that other crap. To me, that shouldn't be brought in to excuse, because that's what it's happening on social media. That's being brought in to excuse her being hit with a brick. And I'm going to give you an example on why that shouldn't happen. Because the moment a black man gets shot by the police, now, all right, the moment a nigga gets shot by the police, the nigga could have hit the cop, ran from the cop, drove his car from the cop, resisted arrest. What does the black collective say? It don't matter what he did. It doesn't matter what he did. He still didn't deserve to be shot. He still didn't deserve to be. Like, niggas come with all that.
You know me better than that,
go, well, I know you ain't going to do that. But as a collective, black folks do that as a collective.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when they go into their past and post stuff, their old criminal record, us as a collective, we say none of that matters. He still didn't deserve to get shot. Yeah. So my thing is, I'm an equal opportunity person. If we gonna do things one way, we need to do that for all. If we ain't gonna do that for all, we don't need to do it at all. That's my thing.
I can see that.
You mentioned something about the should the black LGBT people be protected. That to me was because you mentioned about her talking about straight people. That to me, I must say, that was a foolish question, my brother. That was foolish. That was foolish.
So, but here's my point anyway on that is, and I'm not saying everyone, but there is a lot in the community. I can understand why, because you got different people doing different things. But there are a lot of people in that community that have issues with straight people. So my real point is, even with her included, is if you feel a particular way about a certain segment of society, should you still be expecting that segment to come to your aid? So like the same way when niggas say, oh, white people are the devil, but then they expect white people to turn around and give them reparations or to do these things. I think that's crazy. So my point with me asking the question is, if a group of society doesn't like a segment, should they be expecting the people that they don't like to come to their aid, more or less? And I know it doesn't apply to everybody, but that's the general premise of the question. That's why I was asking.
Well, the reparations thing, that's like incomparable, because that shouldn't be up to white people to decide. That's a debt that needs to be paid. But with this specific girl, it's dangerous to use that language, because in the beginning you didn't specify you was talking about her. You just said the LGBT community. So it's a bit dangerous to say that for black people, because it is the black ones in that group that is going to get harmed. Because black people in general ain't just walking around beating up and killing white people in general. In general, because niggas are scared of white people. I keep saying it, and I'm keep saying it until it's turned around. Niggas are scared. Like I said, the only reason why Alabama happened is because niggas had numbers. That is it. That is it. But with the LGBTQ stuff, she said it. No, she shouldn't expect for the group to come to her rescue. She shouldn't expect it. But that doesn't mean that because right is right and wrong is wrong. When you're honorable, you're just not honorable sometimes. That's not how it works. If you're a nice person, you're just not a nice person sometimes. Even when you're being firm, it's some things you're not going to do as a nice person. As a person who's giving, you ain't going to give and then tell people, well, I give this to that person. Or you won't stand there when I give. Then that means you're not a giver. That means you give on circumstance. And you give for your personal reasons to show people what you do. You're not a real giver. So if you're an honorable man, you stand on principle. And principle stands, it never changes. Principle is that. It's just like a fact. It never changes. So if your principle is a man shouldn't have hit a woman, now, unless she's hitting him. Unless she's hitting him, and even when you hit her back, the level of force needs to be contained in a certain way, because you still have more strength than her. So if you are gonna hit her back, you shouldn't hit a full like I'm planning on knocking her out. I think that's OD. Now if she got a weapon, fight for your life. Fight for your life. If she got a weapon, because you could die. Fight for your life. Knock her head off.
Yeah, she got a weapon.
Got a weapon.
Sleep.
She got to go, because it's you and me at this point.
Yeah.
But when we talking about should straight people coming in to protect, yes. Why? Because with a couple people saying stuff about the heterosexual community, and what heterosexual people need to understand that some of it be facts, but niggas hate facts. Some of it be facts, and you can't be mad at that when folks be facts. Now, if it's okay because like I said, you have a coin that has both sides. So it's okay if it's okay for black heterosexual people. Well, I gotta see another thing first. When a black person come out as gay or trans or anything like that, the black collective strips away their blackness and just throws them to the LGBTQ community that's filled with people of other races, including racist white people that run it. The same white folks that run the heterosexual world is the same white folks that run the LGBTQ world. It's the same thing. Racism's still in there as well. It's not no hunky-dory, oh, we're a family. It ain't none of that. Because they got white gay pride and they got black gay pride. If it was one big happy family, it would just be one pride. That's it. So it ain't no big family. So when a black person comes out as gay, not even saying I'm in the community, but they just come out as gay or trans or whatever, automatically their blackness gets snatched away, and the black community just kicks them over into that group. And when they talk about anything, it's always, well, you're LGBT community, but it's like, but nigga, this person black too though. They black too. But then when that black LGBTQ person says something like, black men are usually one who harms us, so the next time one is killed by the police, I'm not going to march. Then black people say, but you're black first. See, niggas like to twist stuff and use it at their convenience. Nigga, is he black or is he not? Is he black first or is he not? Niggas like to switch around stuff for their convenience. So black, gay, specifically gay and trans people are attacked. And those trans people were once gay first. They were gay first before they were trans. So let's stick with gay. Gay people have been bullied and taunted and jumped since what? Third grade. Consistently. From 3rd to 4th to 5th, to high school, to college, to adult life. Like I said, nigga just pulled a gun out on me a couple years ago just by me walking.
Yeah.
I'm 37 years old. Mind my business. So if it's okay for heterosexual people to turn their backs on black, gay, and trans folks for saying stupid stuff like we're the protectors, that's stupid. That's stupid, because it ain't true. It's stupid. If you could turn your back on them for something stupid, then that means that the gays need to turn their back on the black community for how the black community has treated them since elementary school.
So you provide a very interesting conversation, because the way I've always perceived it, and you've painted a different picture for me, and that's why I say I enjoy having conversations, because you show me something I'm not familiar with. The way I've always perceived it is that, you know, people in that community maybe embrace their sexuality more than the race. But what you're telling me is that they're more so pushed out of the community, so they maybe put that at the forefront since they're not as accepted in the black community. Would that be accurate?
Oh, that is accurate. And the same way black men, heterosexual men, are fetishized by white women, that is the same way that white gays fetishize black men as well. It's the same thing. Literally. The same rules apply to both groups. There's literally nothing different except for the sexuality. That is it. They still get pushed out of stuff. That's why the same way you see a lot of black men going up to that second tier in the pyramid, i.e. the white woman, see, they want to get the white woman to pull them up to get a little bit closer to that white man's power on the first tier. So they go up to the second tier with the white woman in hopes to gain a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? And the white woman fetishize them, do all that stuff to them. You see, the white woman that was dating the African man, she was calling him nigger the whole nine before she killed his ass. God forgive me for cursing. But she killed him.
What?
Calling him nigger.
When did this happen?
Last year, the white woman, she was a Instagram girl. She was dating
I think I did hear about that.
Right.
But I didn't know she was calling nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, she was calling him nigger. She was calling him nigger, beating him up, and that goes against what a lot of black men say about white women. How basically white women are the epitome of womanhood. They are the Mount Zenith of womanhood. They don't do. I heard you say something about black women are arrogant. Well, black women are at the bottom. Okay, black women's arrogance comes from delusion. White women are at the second tier of the pyramid. They are the most arrogant underneath the white man. And they show their arrogance. Hispanic women are some of the most arrogant. I'm the only black person in my building here in the Bronx. I'm the only nigga in this building filled with a bunch of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and all of them. Just not next to Colombia. Yeah, Puerto Ricans all are. You know what I'm saying? And they are the most feisty, attitude-y, popping off. Look, I can send you a video right now. I just I was outside cleaning my car 2 days ago. And this was at 10:30 in the morning, nigga. 10:30 in the morning. I can send it to you. I recorded it on my phone. It was a jalapeno girl. Now, when I say jalapeno, that covers all across the Hispanic group. That she could be Dominican, Puerto Rico, or Colombian. I don't know, but she in the group. She jalapeno. It was a jalapeno woman on the phone outside at 10:30 in the morning going off. Talking about, he licked my P-word while I was on my period, bitch. And fighting over a nigga that was eating her coochie while she was on her period. Now, I recorded, but I can send you this on I recorded it. It was just so crazy to me that you arguing with another woman at 10:30 in the morning over a man. So, them women and black women, as far as I'm concerned, they on the same level as far as attitude, unruliness. Like niggas like to say how black women are uncooperative, unruly. Hispanic women are literally on the same level. They just got light skin. That's all. That's all. And niggas love light skin. Niggas love light skin, so that makes it a bit better. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much all I got to say. I think I covered. I know I've been up here for a minute. I think I covered all of my points about what you said earlier that I had to interject. You also said something about female construction workers. Again, living here in New York, it's a lot of jalapeno folks building buildings in 2.5 days.
Hey, you know what?
These niggas.
Let me take that back, because out here I do see. Let me take that back, because I do see a lot of Hispanic women doing a lot of labor jobs. I see a lot of landscaping Hispanic women. I've seen a lot of Hispanic women on construction sites. I'm sorry if I do see women over, say they're Hispanic. So let me correct.
They out there. They out there. But now I gotta say a but. They out there. I see them every day. Because when I'm telling you, when I get my house built, I'm going to hire me some jalapenos. Because when I tell you, they will erect a 50-story building in 2.5 days. Them niggas work like crazy.
That's true.
They work crazy.
That's true.
I'm going to get the jalapenos to do my work for me when I get my house remodeled back in North Carolina. But there are a lot of jalapeno women construction workers. And if you go to Brooklyn, you see that there are black construction groups in Brooklyn. And you see black women construction workers, but you only see the black women with those black construction groups. From me here in New York driving around. That's the only time I see black women. But those black women and Hispanic women that are in that construction field, they are holding up the signs, slow, stop.
Yeah.
They don't got them doing the big stuff because, one, it's still a male-dominated field. It's male-dominated. Now, if there was no males, if us males just did not exist, women would still be building stuff because don't forget, you got them big, muscular, big women out here that's
Bulldaggers.
almost like men.
Yeah.
Big bulldagger carpet munchers.
Mm-hmm.
They out here. I mean, they lift weight. I mean, they out here heavy. So the buildings will still get erected. But now it's because we live in a patriarchy, and it's dominated by men. So they're not just gonna let them in there like that to do the stuff. Because one, they feel like you a girl, you a woman, you ain't gonna be able to do it no way. So here's a sign, nigga. When I tell you, when it's time to put it on slow, put it on slow. When it's time to put on stop. That's the most you're gonna do.
Yeah.
The most.
But you wanna know something too, though? And we talk about it. Shit, niggas down here. A lot of these construction agencies, especially if you're in Houston and you see like the road work and stuff, primarily like Hispanic. And if you do see a black dude working with him, he's in the same position. He's holding the fucking sign, slow down,
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so it's very. Now I'm not saying it's not niggas out here in construction. Like I say, if you get into plants and you actually getting, you know, and you're gonna see a lot more. You're gonna see welders. You're gonna see pipe fitters. You're gonna see everything. But as far as like I know road construction, though, mainly because I know a lot of Hispanic companies have these contracts and things like that. You barely ever see a black dude. Way much less than a black woman. But you like I say, if a black dude is on there, he's holding the sign. He's not doing the actual work.
You are, and it's like that here in New York. If it is all or mostly Hispanic or white construction group, if that black man is there, and it's gonna be about one or two if it's predominantly Hispanic or white, he holding up the sign. That's it. Now back in Brooklyn, where I've seen some all black groups, they all doing some of everything. But even in the mostly the mostly Hispanic construction groups, you still see that white man that is at the top of their group. They still find a way to be at that top spot. From here, living here, and they erecting buildings. Like I said, they throw up buildings every 2 days. It's a new building going up. You know what I'm saying? I forgot one point about the protection. When there's the notion that black men don't want to risk their lives to protect a woman from a black man who's stronger than a woman, hitting a woman. But I don't go to the club anymore. I stopped going to the club years ago.
Yeah.
Ever since I got jumped by who? Who did I get jumped by?
Some fellow brethren.
Yeah, your fellow brethren. 3 niggas screaming faggot this at a Thanksgiving party in my hometown it's been about 5 years ago. Got jumped. That was my last time going out. I said, only events I go to are high class, high social events here in the city. I do not dwell with bottom feeders anymore. I don't dwell at the bottom because the bottom gonna always have bottom activity. I come from the mindset of I like partying in holes in the wall. I like going to a hole in the wall and do my 2-step. You know what I'm saying? But I also like going to high class spots too. I like both. And I feel like I should be able to do both. But in a realistic world, how I look, plus data-wise, it's going to be some killing, some fighting, some shooting at a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what's going to happen. So I ain't putting myself in those situations anymore. But when I did go out, and I used to go out every other weekend or every weekend, when there would be fights amongst men, who would be breaking the fights up? Who?
The other men breaking fights up with it.
The black women
Really?
would be breaking it up. The black women will be breaking up those fights. Yeah. The bar fight, who's breaking it up? Even here in New York with the Hispanics, when they fight, who's breaking it up? The Hispanic women. When the white men was getting beat up, by the black people at the Alabama anti-black attack who was jumping in to try to to save their men, the white women. So for black men to say that they not gonna get in harm's way, this and the third, but your women are doing it. Who's the weak one? Who's the weak one? If women are willing to put their lives, quote unquote, on the line to separate a fight from men who are dangerous, uncaged animals, if they're willing to get in between that to separate and protect their men, but you tell even strangers, when I got jumped, who came in to get them niggas off me? Black women did. Black women did. So if they got enough balls that's not balls with them to step into harm's way, to break it up, they're not going to throw them bows. Well, some of them are going to throw them bows, but they breaking it up to protect whoever they trying to protect. But black men on the side talking about, I ain't trying to risk my life. I don't know if she a stranger who even in my family. That says to me what black men label gay men. Weak. You're weak. You're the faggot.
I can see that.
Use the word.
But let's take it from personal experience, right? So the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result, right? So there have been several situations where I have offered my services, we'll put it like that, to help a woman out that I had no real ties to, no, you know, it wasn't like I was trying to get no pussy from her or nothing, you know, hey, you know, it might have been a friend of a friend, hey, you know, my homegirl, blah, 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 and all right, whatever, you know, or I've seen neighbors across the street, people I have no, you know, and just and intervene. But in each of these situations, there's been multiple situations, within 24 or less than 24 to 48 hours, the woman is back in the situation voluntarily that, you know, that you've requested assistance to get out of. One of the bitches was talking about, oh, you motherfucker be pissing on me and doing all this shit. So you willingly went back to that. All the shit you crying about, you know, when you're... So it comes to a point where a man has to realize, okay, because each one of these situations, there's a potential for two things, well, multiple outcomes. Fortunately, they went smoothly. But again, I'm a different type of dude than your average man. You know, I'm larger and I move different. So I'm going to get different results. Or a person might be that much more aggressive with me because of how I am. But let's just
depending on how you talk and come at them. But if you tall, so depending on how you come at the situation, for the most part, as I said, niggas are cowards, and you're not short. You are a tall built person. Niggas going to lower it down a bit. I believe, from my experience, for the most. If you come at it from a de-escalating position,
I mean, it depends.
like you raising your voice.
Yeah, because I mean, it's been situations where one of them was, you know, the person was on some hard drugs. You know what I'm saying? And it was a situation that, you know, and when you're on that type of stuff, shit can go any kind of way. You know, you're not going to be thinking clearly. You're not going to be whatever. But this is a person, like I said, I risk potentially my freedom, potentially my life or this person's life, depending on how this shit goes. But like you said, fortunately, being larger and being more sizable, it does have influence. Or if it doesn't have influence, then it has effectiveness because I have to utilize it. But, you know, but when you do this and you know the risk you're taking as a man, and you see a person, not once, not twice, not three, you know, we talking 4, 5, 6 times, I always go back. It's to a point where you're like, okay, well, what am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? It's different women. It's not even all just black women. It's been of multiple races. And so it's just kind of a situation like, what value am I really getting out of helping if they're going to turn right back around and go back into the same situation? Why would I get involved? To me, that's insanity.
And guess what, my brother? You're exactly 1,000% right. You're right. See, and that's why I originally said it ain't all. So you got to analyze the situation before you intervene. Now, from what you just said, you're right. And to me, after the second time, Nigga, you don't. It ain't no 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 after that. After the second time, because look, you want to go back and be stupid. See, now you're gonna be one of the ones that on Channel 9 News, and your face gonna be on the shirt. That's how you're gonna have to get a hard lesson. I too know when I first moved here, I was sleeping on a couch. Now I didn't know you could rent a room when in New York. You could rent rooms. I didn't know that. No one told me that. I moved up here with $5,000. I could have rented a room in the beginning. I had a job when I first got here. Anyway, I lived on the couch of a rat-infested apartment. And I ain't talking about mouse. I'm talking about rats.
New York rats?
Rats. New York rats that jump on the couch, nigga.
Them niggas come chill
That
and watch
jump on
TV
the
with
table. Nigga, they up there eating popcorn with you, nigga. Them type of rats. Infested apartment. You know what I'm saying? And I slept on the couch that was close to the kitchen. And I dealt with that for a year. And nobody told me until a coworker told me. After that year went by, you know you could rent a room, because I didn't make enough money to get an apartment at that time. Anyway, it was a lesbian couple there. She was the owner of the apartment. Well, her mom was the owner. She died. She's my college friend. They're siblings. That's how I know her. That's his house too. They live together. The cousin is the stud. The girlfriend, she's black, and the girlfriend is a jalapeno, feminine one girl. Now, the stud had anger problems because she was still dealing with the murder of her mother was brutally murdered in that apartment by her boyfriend, stabbed to death, brutally. The whole apartment was covered in blood and walls and everything, and he left her in there, locked the door for her to die. The fire department had to bust the door down. So she was still dealing with her mother's murder. And whenever the date would come around, a court date, her birth date, death date, her anger is extra high. So she didn't do nothing. She didn't work. She didn't have a job. She lived off the mama money. She left her. She didn't do nothing. She was just depressed. Didn't do nothing. The jalapeno girl cooked like a wife. The jalapeno woman did everything. Laundry, clean, cooked, everything. The whole thing like they was wife and wife. Her husband and wife. You know what I'm saying? The manly one would beat this girl to a pulp. To a pulp. I mean, nigga, right? I don't know if you've seen studs fight, but they fight like niggas.
Yeah.
They fight like niggas. They want to be niggas so bad, they fight like them.
Yeah.
They fight like them. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But the first time I saw it, I broke it up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they separated. The girl left and went down the street to her mama's house in the project. In her mama's house in the project, she has 3 brothers who sell drugs, who also live in that apartment with the mama in the project. And the brothers never came or blocked down to beat up the stud who fought their sister. So they already been together way longer before I even moved in. I used to always wonder why the brothers don't come down here and fight for their sister honor. She came right on back after a couple of days. While she was gone, the stud had a different girl in her place doing her role. That's how she rolled. When the girl came back, she kicked the other girl out. She came back. The second time, the girl pistol whipped the girl with her glasses on. The glasses broke in front of her eyeball.
The stud pistol whipped the girl?
The stud pistol whipped the girl, nigga. Pistol whipped her with a gun. And her glasses broke. And I was like, yo, stop. I broke it up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the black eye, glasses broke. She kicked out. She was banging on the door like, yo, give me my phone, give me my cigarettes, give me my woo-woo-woo. She'll wait for the girl to sit on the steps. She'll throw out 1 cigarette, 1 piece of underwear, close the door. And she would do that throughout, time. You know what I'm saying? Real petty. Yeah. Real petty. I said, wow, this is who I'm living with. This is who I'm living with. This is who I'm living with. Now, she left, About 3 days later, the girl came back, nigga, and went right back to her wifely role. I said, oh, yeah, I ain't doing this shit again. See, because I live here. Nigga, I don't got nowhere to go. I'm in New York by myself. And for me to get involved and I get kicked out in the streets of New York homeless, no. If you want to come back, baby, I done did it twice. You on your own. They kept fighting afterwards. And I would sit on the couch and watch TV and eat my food as if there was nothing going on. And the girl would get upset with me for not breaking it up. So I understand what you're saying. Or women be doing stuff like that and be looking for help. It's the delusion in the mind, the ignorance, See, the women got the same freedom that black men have. But the same way black men have freedom that's not governed, black women have freedom with delusion. And that delusion keeps them up and along with the conditioning to be phallus-centered. Black women worship the black phallus. She worships niggas. But she's always gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Always. You know. That's why niggas like women in a state of delusion. Cause as long as she's delusional, she always gonna do dumb stuff like that. So nigga, I don't blame you. Stuff like that, don't get involved. Leave it alone. Even if it's your family, leave it alone. Nigga, I done told you, I done got into it twice. You gonna die. Oh, look, you gonna die. I'm gonna come to the funeral. I'm gonna make the funeral real nice. I'm gonna put you on the shirt. I might get some doves for you. Yeah. Might get some doves, depending on how much I love you. I might get a couple doves for you, and I might put you in a horse and carriage if I really love you like that. But I didn't want you. I done got in it, and I ain't risking my life for you to come right on back to a nigga that's violent. So I get it. But in this case, this was a stranger with the brick. Strangers is different. The women who is arguing with the men in the restaurant that got shot and killed, that's different. That's a stranger. Like I said, somebody could have been like, hey, yo, bro, y'all calm down, something. Hey, y'all, calm down, bro. So y'all didn't see, yo, lady, just walk out, let them order his food. You come back, you know what I'm saying? Something to be centered, the situation. Do you remember when it was a 16-year-old black girl? She was fighting out in the yard. I think she was adopted by some parents. Do you remember that video? She was adopted by some parents, and the sisters who was little. The daughters of the adopted mother was fighting.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then the cop killed her?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we had a lengthy conversation about that.
Yeah. Now, the black father was out there.
Mm-hmm.
He was there. He did, and this is women fighting.
Yeah.
This is women fighting. No danger. He didn't even destabilize.
Yeah.
I mean, stabilize the situation.
I definitely agree with you on that.
It's something in us that we just won't do anything. I don't know what it is. I don't know if we enjoy seeing. Now, I know we enjoy women fighting over us. I know that. Niggas love that now.
Yes.
Niggas love to get fought over.
Yes.
Niggas love to see they were fighting over them now. But to see your daughters fight, and I also know that some women, black women, like to see their daughters fighting other women. I do see that. But I don't know what is it in us that we have this. And that man, he was old. He was older. Not old, but he was older. He looked like he was in his late 40s, early 50s. He wasn't a part of this new group. So it's something in us from the men of the 80s on up that we just want to see. I can't explain it. I know there's a reason for it. I know there's been some type of research done on this. I know it all probably leads back either the psychology of black men and what is it? The cellular chemical structure of how we're built. It's something in there that and our level in the pyramid. It's like I said, I don't know, but it's something that has us loving to see the women fighting.
We do get a lot of that.
I don't know.
All right, so here's the deal, Mr. Ken, and you know, it's been a minute, and so I really am glad that you called in, and I'm super happy to have talked. One, it's good to know that you're doing good. It's good to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? Because people feel however I feel. I do miss anybody that I've had a phone conversation with, anybody that's been a regular in the den. I do have a spot for each and every one of y'all in my heart, regardless of how y'all may think I feel or whatever. Like, because you could have fucked with any platform, but the fact that you spent time here and you rock and you shared yourself with us, like, that's a valuable thing to me. So one, I want to say I'm super glad to talk to you. So this was a very pleasant, unexpected surprise. But you know, it is also about that time we get to wind down. But we're gonna slide to Discord. I want to know, are you gonna get back with us in the Discord, man?
I mean, when tonight?
I mean, we gonna slide. We usually try to go in after the streams, you know. So if anybody got something, you know, they want to speak on or whatever. But anytime, man. You know,
but when do you stream though? Now.
So I just literally today started a new job. So my schedule, I have a consistent schedule now.
What?
So we're gonna be back at 10 p.m. So we're gonna be rocking 10 p.m. throughout the week. Weekends, I'll probably be off weekends for now because the schedule will change, but it'll be a couple of weeks. But for right now, we back 10 p.m. 10 and then at 10. You know, back to the regular old schedule. So we're gonna get this thing back going like it used to be.
But will you be in Discord tonight, though?
Yeah. After the stream, I'm gonna be in the Discord. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I just want to thank you for having me and congratulations on your job.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Glad to see all is well with you. I also like to shout out Miss Gray. You know what I'm saying? She reached out to me through text message throughout this entire time that I was gone here and there. Barrett reached out a few times here and there, and Big Bro Broderick reached out a few times.
I don't know about fucked by Broderick.
Hey! Don't talk about my brother. Talk about my brother like that. He reached out a few times on IG. He's chopped it up a bit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the crew. I ain't spoke to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had any contact with anybody else. But big shout out to you. Thanks for having me. I went over my time a lot, but it's good to talk to you and chop it up with you, especially on this topic. It's a hot topic, so I appreciate it, and thank you for having me. And I may get in the Discord for a little bit. Yeah. It is 1:30 on my end, so yeah, I may get in for a little bit, slide in, slide out, just like how the niggas do.
That's how you step in the spot. Just step in and say what's up and slide out, make a little entrance, dip out on.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Niggas ain't gonna stay too long. Yeah. Niggas ain't wired like that. You know what I'm saying? Right, but thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying? I'll chop it up again, maybe on another line. I'll stay tuned to the show.
All right. Like I say, man, Mr. Ken.
Do this to the future show.
Yeah. Like I say, I mean, and again, like I say, this was really when I clicked on the number, I had no idea who it was. So it was definitely a pleasant surprise, man. Like I said, we've been in the den like the last few days or so. Where we just, we was kind of going over old memories. We was going back, listening to old streams and all kind of stuff. And so we was just kind of talking about everybody. So I've heard from you today, and I heard from Lady Licious today. Both of y'all are some of my favorites I have not heard from in a long time. So it was a good evening tonight. So definitely.
Well, it's good to see nobody cursed me out in the chat from my viewpoint because the chat goes up my TV. I'm watching you on the TV, and the chat is on my TV. So it's good to see nobody curse me out. This go around. I ain't cursing folks out no more. So I be a little bit more strategic with my words. But it is good that most things just go around and ain't had to tap into that side. You know, it's still there now. It's still there, but you know, I don't use it like that. You know, I don't use it like that. But God bless you. Go ahead, do your thing. Finish out the show. Thanks for having me, and I'll chop it up for you in the Discord, in the cord there.
Absolutely, bet. I'm gonna drop the link in the thing. But man, Mr. Ken, I mean, I truly and I sincerely mean it. Man, it was very good to talk to you, and it's great to know that you're doing good, man. And I'm expecting to hear from you very soon.
Thank you, bro. It's the same here from me as well. This was a very pleasant call. I had a very busy day, and this is good to, you know, talk back to my bro. And talk to my bro and stuff. Oh. You guys, I was introduced to you during a very pivotal moment in my life, very transitional moment. So, like, that was the beginning of my healing and spiritual journey where I just wiped everybody off the face of the planet and started over. So, like, everybody has an important part in my journey, and you guys came in, like, at the beginning of it. So that may have explained why I just was cursing everybody out, because I was just going through a transition mentally and, you know, not every type of way, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So, yeah, you guys will always be in my heart. For the most of you will. Most of you will be in my heart. I'll leave it at there. Yeah. You have a good night, my brother, and I'll holler at you. Cord this.
Yes, sir. You as well, Mr. Ken. I appreciate you calling in this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
Man, shout out to Mr. Ken. That's gonna be our last call. And I know y'all. Why you let Ken do ours? Man, that's my nigga. Man, hold on. Let me see. We got something going on here. I closed out the wrong box. I see a call coming in. Right. Hold on. Let me feel. I said it was gonna be the last call, but we ain't heard from this one in a little while. Let me make sure everything is on the up and up. I clicked out the thing. If you just called in, the gentleman that just call right back. Because I switched the thing out so it didn't come up. I'll take one last call. Because I feel like this may actually be pretty interesting. It's been a while. This has been a while since we've had a call from this gentleman. So if you call back in. I'm very interested in what you got to say. We'll make this last call, then we'll hop in the Discord and put the link in here. Blickety. Shout out Dan the man. I think Dan the man with the plan is he got a resume. No, he said he got class tomorrow. Shout out. I be telling y'all think I be jumping. Like, I'm not a person that says shit just to be saying shit, because like I don't get off on this like weird. Like I value words. You know what I mean? Like I forgot the movie where he could only say so many words. I think it was an Eddie Murphy movie where he could only say so many words before he would lose it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
You ready, Huncho?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sure you ready? All right, chat, buckle the fuck up.
All right.
That last call, I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Okay.
Bro. Niggas and black women in particular, y'all gotta stop believing these bitches, man. Y'all gotta stop believing what these hoes say. One nigga in particular, who I'm very disappointed in, but this ain't the first time this nigga done this shit. Willie D. He gonna talk about, them niggas that stood around, they need to be deleted. Like nigga, to die for what?
Yeah.
First of all, the shit didn't make sense when she said it in the first place. Because I know when I seen it initially, I'm like, damn, the nigga hit her in the face with a brick? What the fuck? So I'm like, okay, the nigga tripping. The nigga obviously crazy.
Yeah.
You literally, where the fuck you got random bricks at, my nigga? Number one, so you had to search
She
this
Wile
whole
Coyote, nigga? What the fuck?
Yeah, it ain't just a pile of bricks laying everywhere, and this nigga just grabbed one. I mean, this ain't Craig and Debo. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck, where the brick come from in the first place. Then my second thought was, I'm like, wait a minute. She said that he got mad because he tried to holler at her, and she shot him down. I'm like, is anybody looking at this bitch? This bitch ugly than a motherfucker. What nigga was gonna try to holler at her in the first place? But then I saw the video when she slapped the white dude, which I don't know if that was real or not. And then she twerked. I saw that ass. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, niggas is gonna holler at that because she got a fat ass. Okay, all right, cool. I'll let that go. But then I'm looking at it. I'm like, but the right side of her head is fucked up. So the nigga had to hit her with his left. Most people is right arm dominant. So you had to see it coming. I'm like, okay, if she turned around and he hit her from the back, that nigga, yeah, he deserves death penalty. I'm sorry. Like, you the ultimate of hoe ass nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you sucker punch a bitch with a brick. Like, god damn, nigga.
Yeah,
You can't tell nigga get no work.
Yeah, I'm a question for sucker punching a bitch and then with a brick. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely.
Yes, okay. So I'm like, all right. She got hit on her left side, and then I listened to what she said again because I watched it back again. She said the nigga grabbed the brick. So she saw him grab the brick. Then he threatened her with the brick first. Now, I'm not looking past the fact if she hit him or not. I don't know. She didn't say that. I'm just literally going off the information that she gave. I'm not going off the hearsay of everybody else. Just off she gave. The nigga first threatened her with a brick. Ladies, I need y'all to understand. Don't be fucking stupid. Most of the motherfucking men you see, 99.9 of the men you see can tear your asshole out of your body without much of a fucking problem. I need you to understand that. All right? You know they bigger than you. We bigger than you. We stronger than you. Ain't shit you can do about it. It ain't enough of your homegirls to get me off your ass. You need to understand that and live your life accordingly, okay? Don't be stupid. But then you present a nigga with a weapon. Now you at a supreme disadvantage, right? He threatened you with a brick. Now, if a nigga grab a brick and is threatening to hit you with it, something is wrong with this nigga.
Yeah.
Obviously, his mind ain't right. Who grabs a brick? My nigga, with an argument. That sounds crazy to me. So you should be thinking something wrong with this nigga. I need to distance my frail, no fighting ass away from this, obviously, emotional, highly erratic, possibly crazy nigga with a brick in his hand who's threatening me with it. Me and my homegirl out. I'm trying to celebrate her. This is what the girl said. Yeah. So it's two women out. You got some niggas around, but you don't know these niggas. Yeah. You can't depend on them niggas to do nothing, and you need to stop depending on niggas to do nothing. But anyway, I digress. So what did you decide to do? You decided to stay your ass right there and dare a nigga to do something.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, ladies. At that point, when she dared him to do something, she was no longer a victim. She's a fucking patron. And he gave her exactly what the fuck she asked for. You wrote that check, and he cashed it. That's on you. You shouldn't have wrote that fucking check. That was dumb as hell. First of all, let's take the lady out of it. Let's put me in her shoes. Me and this nigga have a disagreement for whatever reason. Let's say he stepped on my shoes. I tell him something about himself. Hey, bro, you stepped on my fucking feet. Fuck you, nigga. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. And then he'd grab a brick and threaten me with it. First of all, I'm taking the threat serious.
Exactly.
The same way she should have. And I'm on equal footing with the nigga because I'm a man.
Yeah.
Right? She not. I'm taking the threat serious. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna either de-escalate this situation. It's not worth it, whatever. The nigga got a brick, something wrong with this nigga. Or I'm gonna be like, if I decide to cross that line or to join the nigga, fuck it, nigga. We can square up. I'm either gonna pull that thing or I'm gonna fuck him up with his own brick. I'm gonna overpower him one way or another. She don't have none of them options. She didn't have a gun. She had another woman with her who couldn't do nothing. And she had this big crazy nigga. It's just bad decisions all the way around. Why? How the fuck is she a victim? She could have saved herself, but guess what? She chose not to. She expected the men around her to save her for her. No. No. Let me tell you ladies something. I don't have a problem protecting a lady. I refuse to protect the hoe, and I will never protect the bitch. That right there, ladies, that's a bitch. If y'all ain't never seen one or know what one look like, that is a bitch. She on her own. I'm not risking nothing to save this bitch. Fuck no, because she wouldn't do nothing to save me. She wouldn't do a goddamn thing for me. We can't get a lot of you females to smile or even be decent to us. But yet y'all expect us to put life and limb on the line for you. Absolutely not. And then you get the same old argument, which I've heard many, many times. I heard it from men and I've heard it from women. But let me tell you why this argument is one of the stupidest fucking arguments in the history of human beings. But what if that was your mama or your sister? First of all, my mama or my sister would have never been in that predicament.
Exactly.
Second of all, if my mama or my sister acted like that, I would have disowned their ass a long fucking time ago. Because I'm not protecting them either. If my mama acted like that bitch, I wouldn't protect her either. Okay? Third of all black women are not my mama and my sister. Okay? You are not. My sister, I grew up with her. I'm fond of her. I know her character, and I'm willing to lay down my life to protect that. My mother, the same thing. But also, she sacrificed shit for me. She did everything for me. She raised me from a kid all the way up to adulthood. I owe that woman. You understand? And as of right now, if it came down to it, if it had to be me or her, and she had a choice, she'd be willing to lay down her life for me. Would any one of you bitches be willing to do that for me? No. So why in the fuck should I be willing to do that for you? You are not my mother. I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. And vice versa. You don't owe me shit either. But if you're not even willing to show me any kind of semblance of respect or niceness, you're not going to get shit in return. Y'all want to do whatever it is y'all want to do, regardless of the consequences. Then when the consequences show up, you want somebody else to pay that price. Absolutely fucking not. Men are tired of being y'all motherfucking crash dummies. And if you think less of me, you can suck my dick. All the way down to the balls. And if your tongue long enough, you can hit the gooch, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing it. I'm not saving no bitch, and I damn sure ain't fighting over no hoe. I'm not doing it. But if it's a lady, you goddamn right. Oh, I would have stepped in expeditiously. That shit would have never happened. But that bitch ain't no lady. She's not. And what y'all didn't peep. Now let's just take what the dude said into account, because he did a little interview. From what he said, they knew her. She been around the neighborhood. These men was around it. They knew of this bitch. They knew the type of shit that she do. So they were familiar with her and her history. And y'all gonna act like none of that matters. Well, let me ask you something. You got an uncle that's a motherfucking crackhead. He come knock on your door, say he needs some place to stay. He ain't got nowhere to stay. Or you gonna leave him in your house where you go to work? Well, why not? That was all in the past. You can't count the past. None of that should matter, right? Of course it fucking matters. Everybody past matters. Yours, mine, everybody. That's all the fuck we know. The whole composition of people is what they done previous to you meeting them. That's who the fuck they are. They past defines who they are. Yes, that matters. Whether you don't think it defines you or not, it is a part of you, regardless of how you want to look at it. Whatever you've been through forged you into the person that you are. So yes, that shit matters. So we have to look at that. And I'm looking at that like, well, damn, this person ain't never done shit and show nothing but disrespect to people. And now she expecting somebody to show her the respect? No, that's not how that go. And I'm not finna fight for your respect when you ain't done nothing to earn it. Absolutely fucking not.
I agree. I mean, I agree with that 100%. And like I say, with me, the dude, because he could have stayed silent and not said nothing and went on with his life, and it wouldn't have been.
Absolutely.
There's a reason he came out to address this situation. And people have to take that into account, you know, but most don't. And then, like you said, it's funny when you disagree, especially with black women, I hope it don't, like you said, hope it don't happen to your mama or your sister, or what if it happened to your mama or sister, or, you know, hope nobody in your family. Like, it's always this vague, subtle hope of negativity, hope of something negative happens to you because you don't agree with the hope something negative happens to somebody in your family. But what they, like you said, what they don't take into account is the behavior. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we may be related, but I'm not finna. I got cousins. I know female. I would if she call, hey, so and so be, yeah, you probably deserve that shit. I know who the fuck you is. You know, you probably done some shit that's done put you in that situation. But then there's family members I know would look. You might have to put somebody under for because you know that's not the character that they are. So if somebody did something to them, you know what I mean, it would be out of line. You know that. You know, you feel comfortable in defending this person because you know their character. You know what I mean? But you got a lot of women, like you said, want to be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do, not be held accountable for it. Somebody else come clean up the mess, and if something happens, if they don't give a fuck, you ain't never seen a broad who some nigga then came out and defended from a aggressive boyfriend or whatever, and say something happens to him, he get violent, he get killed or whatever. You ain't never seen them send no flowers to the family. You ain't never seen them send no condolences, no nothing. What do? They go on with the nigga they was with and act like ain't shit happened. You know what I'm saying? My life is far too valuable to be wasting on some broad that I don't know shit about. It may look like unfortunately, I'm just not gonna do because I've done it too many times and I've seen the outcome. Now again, my mother would never get in a situation like that. I don't have a sister to worry about. And you know the rest of them aunties, they married or whatever else, so that's their husband job. But like I'm not going to bat for no motherfucking strange broad. The same type of broad who might turn around and be on the internet talking down on niggas all day, like this broad. But as soon as something don't go your way, what do? So to me, she's conflicted inside because she don't really believe in her belief system. Because if you talk about the lesbians or the protectors, why you ain't calling no lesbians? Why you ain't calling no studs to come help you out? Because I'm pretty sure there's other women there. If you wouldn't go to a venue, especially if you're going out clubbing, where something you ain't interested in is at, you know, if you like chicks, if you down there, you gonna go to a club where it's gonna be some chicks at. If you looking for niggas, you gonna go to a club where it's gonna be niggas at, whatever it may be. So if she believes that, you know, why weren't you in an environment where that was or where that was there to protect you? You got cold clock, and the next thing you know, you start blaming men after you done shitted on niggas for who knows how long. Now all of a sudden you need them, and they ain't, you know, up to par or whatever. But yeah, it's great.
But calling a stud is worse. That's the dumbest thing you could do because she look like a nigga, act like a nigga, but she don't possess the same chemical makeup as a nigga. So she in the same boat as you. But she just look like she a fake police officer. That's the equivalent.
Straight up. Yeah.
She's a male stripper. Yeah. Or a security guard. Top flight security of the world, Craig. Come on, man. Hell no.
Representative. But yeah, I mean, you know, and it's crazy because I've seen a lot of women, even knowing what's going on, come to bat for this woman. And I'm starting to believe, because of the things that women say, and women who are feminists or pro-woman, but y'all say certain things that make me realize that women actually have more faith in men than they have in other women. Even though y'all may say all the stuff you're saying, Because when it came down to it, if she really had the faith in women that she said she had when she was in the video and the safe space and all that, she'd have been talking about, well, why didn't the other women come protect her? She'd have been caught. She'd have been on the same tone that she was when she wasn't under duress. But instead,
But that's where you're wrong, Honcho. You're wrong.
okay,
No, she was right. She did exactly what she planned on doing. The whole point of that shit was to garner attention from black women to fund her GoFundMe. Black women did exactly what she wanted them to do.
that's true. You
Yeah, she knew exactly what their job was. Yeah, give me some money, bitch. Look at my face. You see how fucked up my face is? Yeah.
It
Yeah.
could be you.
Give me send me some money.
It could be you. If
It could have been you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been your sister. It could have been your daughter. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that bitch made
My
$30,000
first
off
question
this
is,
shit.
why would your sister or your daughter be in that predicament? Why?
Unless she ratchet.
Why would she be there? And that's what Ken said. Even Ken said himself. I don't go down there and fuck with them niggas.
Yeah.
I don't be down there with the bottom dwellers. Exactly. Because if you were a lady, you wouldn't be in that area in the fucking first place. You would never find yourself in that position. And if you were a lady, you're gonna be in places that ladies tend to go to. People that ladies tend to be around are gentlemen. And a gentleman ain't gonna pick up no brick and hit no lady in her face. That's not happening. I don't care what color she is. It don't matter. We just gotta stop falling for the bullshit. Stop trying to jump off the porch before all the facts come out. Because from what we seeing from the people that was around and watched the shit, this bitch was asking for it.
Yeah.
So she got what the fuck she asking for.
Because even when the story came out before the other videos and shit, before they started digging up her history, the fact that she all I did was tell him, like, bitch, nah,
Yeah.
you lying. Because
I was skeptical.
I look at body language, I look at a lot of stuff, and then she got tattoos all on her arms and stuff, and I'm not saying that that's significant of this, that, and the third, but abroad they tend to have more visible tattoos is probably going to engage in more of a certain type of behavior. You know what I mean? It's going to be less than the ladylike behavior. She's going to be more towards the hoe or bitch behavior. You know what I'm saying? She displayed more bitch behavior. You saw the shit she was doing, slapping niggas and doing this stupid twerking shit. And I think that, and I know people, oh, she's slapping the white. I think the white men were okay with that. Like, I think that's some kind of little fetish thing that was going on, because it's like, how you just walking around slapping a bunch of random white men and ain't nothing happening to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that they was probably into, some kind of little kinky shit, because you see them halfway smiling, sitting there like, and don't nobody do nothing. So I think that was some old, what's the word I'm looking for? Some consensual shit.
Get shit.
Yeah, like it's just some weird shit. You know, motherfuckers being in that weird, aggressive woman shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was something like, whatever. But overall, like I say, she. But even if you engage in that type of behavior, especially publicly, that tells you what type of person you are. You know what I'm saying? So, you say a younger human with tats all over or something. But like I said, and again, I'm not an anti-tattoo person, but I take information for what it is. So I don't try to say, well, she's got a lot of tattoos, she must be a real kind woman. That bitch been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, she, what's it saying? She smokes, she pokes. She got a bunch of tattoos. Shit, she done, tattoos tend to tell a story. I mean, you done been through some shit. That's generally why people get them out. You know what I'm saying? So she done been through some shit. Like, and I accept it. I'm not gonna try to play, well, she's a Cinderella. Where's her glass? Hey, bitch, a wild bitch, but I fuck with her. You know, you treat them like as they are. You know what I'm saying? But people want to look and do one thing, but feel like they deserve to be treated like Princess Diana when you acting like Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man. It's just it's wild. Like people are wild. People are like Ken said, women are delusional. A lot of these women are delusional.
Keep telling y'all, man, Honcho got it down. A bitch ain't just another bitch find out.
Yeah, straight
That's
up.
all it is. A bitch is whole that baby to be right away. And that don't work. It just does not work. And guess what, ladies? You don't get to label yourself. We do. Only thing you get to do is control how you perceive. You do have control over that. But since y'all don't want to act right, you ain't gonna get treated right. Because guess what? We the ones that do the punishing in the first place. Because if a nigga do get out of line, who's the ones gonna subdue the nigga? It's gotta be us. In one way, shape, or form. Whether it's civilian, police officer, fireman, government, soldier, whoever. it's gonna be a goddamn man. So we get to make the decisions on this shit. We get to set the parameters. Y'all don't. Ken told you, yeah, you live in a patriarchy. That's exactly right. But the same rights that you given was given to you by fucking men. You didn't earn that shit. We gave it to you. And you still fucking it up. So,
And that's that.
and for those of y'all, but hold on, I gotta say this, because it's gonna be somebody. He didn't condemn the man at all. I don't have to condemn the man, man. Something wrong with that nigga. That's not normal.
Yeah.
It's not normal to pick up a brick and hit a chick in the face. That's not normal.
Yeah, that's what
That is crazy. He need to be in an asylum or something. What was this nigga? Was he drunk? What was this nigga thinking? That don't even sound rational.
Salute to young Ken.
He need to be locked up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, the fuck he does.
Yeah,
That's not even a question.
You don't need to be on the streets, like I mean, because
No!
I look at it either way.
Hitting bitches with a brick.
Yeah, because either way, and that's what I think people are missing is because either way, should she have been hit with a brick? No, but do I
No.
understand why she was hit with a brick? Yes. Right?
Yes.
And that's all it is. And then people, oh, you're justifying. I'm not justifying. This is real life. Like, I've come to
No,
realize.
because I would have never done it.
Yeah, no.
I would have never. It would never crossed my mind to hit a bitch with a brick.
Never.
Ever, unless she shoots at me or something, and I ain't got no escape.
Yeah.
I would do what I gotta do. But that's an extreme.
Yeah.
This ain't no extreme. This some regular shit that everybody goes through every day. You try to holler at the broad, she say no, and you move around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what happened because she didn't say what happened. I ain't heard from the dude. The witnesses, they said that she may have put hands on him. It ain't really clear.
Yeah.
You know, if she put hands on him first,
Yeah.
that still don't mean he should have hit her with a brick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't know who the fuck you putting your hands on.
Exactly.
You don't know. You cannot tell somebody, hey, I'm going to do something to you that you're not going to like. But there's a limit of what you can do in return. That don't work like that. That's not real life. What? He could do something, but it has to be up to a line. Are you stupid? Do you know how this world works? That's not how this works. You don't get to dictate how somebody reacts. You don't. Only thing you can control is you.
Yeah.
That's it. Jesus Christ. The foolishness.
But that's the thing. I think, but because I think most women haven't been faced with that situation, and they look at it a certain way.
No. Don't pussyfoot around it. They ain't been punched in the fucking face.
Yeah.
They ain't been hit in the face with a brick.
Yeah. I think I'd much rather take the punch than the brick. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
that's a big ass hand. This might be a
But
brick.
damn, bro. Yeah, but damn, come on, man.
Yeah.
And I want to see this nigga. I need to see this
That's
nigga.
what I want to know. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I need to see the culprit. And if I get a visual of him, I can determine the real outcome of this situation. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a lunatic because a brick is really extreme. You know what I'm saying?
But Honcho, if the nigga is a big ass nigga, Honcho,
Yeah.
it's worse.
Yeah.
I
feel like it's got to be
if
a
he's
little
a little nigga,
I feel like it's got to be a
if
little
he like Broderick size, you know, if he like Broderick size,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I might let it slide a little bit. But if he like my size, your size,
Yeah. But
nah,
but
bro.
what I'm thinking
I got a few kinfolk that need to holler at you, my nigga. Like,
But I feel like it's a little nigga because if it's a nigga our size, bro, like he would have put that bitch to sleep. Like
Bro,
without a
come
brick.
on.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's
And
got to
she
be a
was
little
still
bit.
able to talk.
Yeah, like she was out
She
there.
was still able to talk after getting hit in the jaw with a brick.
Yeah. So I feel like the brick did most of the damage. Not even his momentum or whatever that he used to swing that mother. I feel like he had to be little. He had to be intimidated and felt some type of way. She took his
And he had to be left-handed.
Yeah.
And he had to be lefty.
Yeah. Because it's just like, man, look.
So police, Y'all notice he had to hit her with his left.
Yeah.
That shit narrowed down your list of suspects.
Yeah.
He's a lefty.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, man, I don't know. It's crazy again, and I guess the clarity for people, because people say you have to. I'm not justifying it in any way, but this is reality. I understand why it happened. Okay, and there's a different and we gotta get to that point in society. We stuck on this shit. Well, what people should do. We all fucked up. Like this whole fucking country fucked up. Ain't no nothing people should. You should expect the worst, and operate accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but instead we want to think, oh, everything's gonna be hunky dory, and then when shit go wrong, why did that happen? You know why the fuck it happened. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. See, I'm glad young Ken grew up in the den. He got the right mind. Look, hey, don't be like these niggas. Like, come on, throwing your life away for a chick that ain't worth it. Like, it would have been some nigga that would have threw his life away for this chick. This chick has no value. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest.
None.
Like, compared to any random man off the street in this broad right here, if you were to exchange lives, who holds more value? You know what I mean? Like, if she putting a kid out into the world, it's not gonna be an asset, and it ain't gonna be normal because she throwed the fuck off, so the kid gonna be already fucked up. Like, it's a lot of things that go along with it. With women, especially, you want that the independence, and you want the equality. Well, you got to understand the totality of that situation. A lot of women don't. A lot of women just see the benefits of equality, the benefits of independence. You know what I'm saying? False independence for most of them. But y'all got to understand what comes with that. Like, it's you never hear them say, "Oh, I'm an independent man," right? Because we understand what goes on with life. Period. You ain't get no special treatment for doing the shit you're supposed to fucking be doing. You know what I mean? But
yeah, we know we need each other.
Yeah.
We know that men know that we depend on other men to get shit done.
Exactly.
I understand. I mean, look at my fucking job, bro. I depend on somebody else to find loads for me. I depend on somebody else to put tires and shit on my truck.
Yeah.
I depend on somebody else to build my fucking truck. I depend on another group of men to put shit in and out of my fucking trailer.
Yeah.
I depend on a lot of fucking men, so I can never say I'm independent.
Correct.
I'm listed as an independent contractor, yes, because it's my name on this shit, and I'm responsible for all this shit. But I understand that I need other men to do shit for me to help me do my fucking job. So I know I'm not independent. There's no such thing. The only way you're an independent person is if your ass is living off the grid somewhere, you hunting your own food, you getting your own water, and you chopping your own fucking wood down to heat up your goddamn cabin that you built from the ground up. Ain't nobody helping you do shit. If you don't do it, you don't either get it or it don't get done.
Correct.
That's independent.
Correct.
Ain't none of us independent. None of us.
I got some Bear Grylls nigga living in the mountains of Montana somewhere. He ain't gonna ever see the den, so we ain't talking about him. But yeah,
And that's a hard life. That's a hard life. That shit is not easy, dog.
Look, especially if you utilize the internet in any form or fashion, you're not independent. That's the easiest thing to say. Like,
no.
Yeah, so I know I'm not. Like, I mean, shit. I use the internet to get information that somebody else had to live through or experience to be able to provide me, and for me to utilize. And I'm thankful for that. Like, I don't have no issue with saying that. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it's a staple of pride because of what women have went through. And I understand it. But you gotta understand what you're really saying when you say the things you say. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that a lot of women do. They just say a lot of catchphrases and fancy shit that sound good. But you know, it is what it is.
But anyway, that's all I had, Huncho, unless you got something else, 'cause I know you're trying to get to the Discord.
Yeah, we're going to slide to this one. But one quick question. Did you see the video I sent you of the truck driver?
No, I have not.
Well,
maybe I have. I
guy-
get so many shit, bro, I be forgetting.
The guy, I think, was in Cali, and I think they was recording from the bus, but they was some kids recording, and the white guy was kicking on his door, and he hopped out with that little bat.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
I think I sent it to you today, so you may, if you get a chance, check your. It might be on the ground. I think I sent it on the ground.
Man, I'm going to tell you something about that, bro. There is nothing, and I'm sure everybody can understand this to an extent. there's nothing more instantly infuriating than for you to just be done fell asleep in the bunk back here, and somebody comes slamming their hand on the side of your fucking truck that you paying $200,000 for. It jokes you about your sleep, number one, and then you instantly want to strangle a motherfucker. Why the fuck are you waking me up? Why the fuck are you beating on my goddamn truck? What the fuck is so important to where you got to do both of these things simultaneously? The only time that I ever had that happen, that I was actually relieved that they woke me up, was I was at a truck stop, and the truck 3 trucks away from me was on fucking fire.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. It's gotta be.
They woke me up to move. I was like, oh shit, I appreciate it. Because it was the police. I was like, man, what the fuck wrong with you? That's the first reaction. What the fuck wrong with you? Because I couldn't see nothing on fire because my curtains up front was closed. So I didn't know. And then he was like, man, you got a truck over there that's on fire. I need you to move. I oh shit, okay, right away. My bad. Shit.
Absolutely. Man.
Actually, but not. I ain't seen the shit.
Okay, I sent you 2 trucker things actually. There was one nigga who was hating on the truckers, laying in his bed talking down on them, talking about, oh, they be having another family out there. They be cheating on like this nigga on some real live bitch shit. I think I sent you that one. I sent you the other one with a nigga hop out the truck.
Nah, some niggas. Hey man.
Hey, oh I know.
He ain't lying. No.
I understand.
He not lying.
But you don't tell.
He not lying.
What you snitching for?
It's a dirty world.
Oh, I understand it. Like I believe there's a significant number of truck driving serial killers. Like this is just something you can't not convince me of because they always on the move.
I'm sure it is.
Like I feel like there's at least a few out there at any given time, right? Like, and they might not just be killing. They're probably killing truck stop prostitutes, but like I feel like they're out there. You know what I'm saying? I won't know. I can't confirm it. I can't deny it, but I feel like they're out there. But my beef with the nigga was just like, my nigga, what is you hating? Like, what are you getting out of this rant about truck drivers? I mean, this nigga was just real live having a hate session. You know, good 2 or 3 minutes just talking down. Well, yeah, he go out there and when he tell you he doing this, he going to pick up a load. He really going to pick up his other family. It's like, my nigga, what are you? Did a trucker knock your gal down or something? Like, is this some real live hating going on in this whole conversation? Like, what are you getting? Like, it sounds like a nigga in the friend zone who trying to convince the chick that he want to fuck, that the nigga that she fucking with ain't no good. But the most stuff you saying, the most she gonna fuck with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, niggas don't get it because again, that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, I tell you, I want you to check those things. I'd like to know your opinion on it if you get a chance.
All right, I'll check them out.
All right. Well, other than that, man, Mr. Trill, I appreciate you calling in, and this will be a solid end cap on the conversation this evening.
All right, bro.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Professor Trill, man. Great calls this evening. Took a couple calls. We had Dr. Rabbit, Mr. Ken, Mr. Trill. Saw Lady Licious in the conversation. We've seen some old Trixie in the conversation. How you doing, Mr. Trixie? Not all of y'all, man. I say these things, and I don't want y'all to think I'm being like frivolous. And I know I've had a good little amount of sip this evening, but y'all don't know what it means to me. People, I've met a couple of folks personally, right? And I'm not gonna get into details. Those who know, and those who don't know. But the Den, the sauce, and I ain't been on some sauce week. You fuck with sauce, we getting back on track this week. Trust me. We getting back on track this week. But man, like I value y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like even if I've never met y'all, some of y'all don't even know what you look like, and that's cool because it's like I get a sense of your personality in the chat, the things y'all say, and I love that, man. And to see folks that, especially that I haven't seen in a while, or that haven't been in a while, especially because, you know, I ain't been consistent, but getting things back on track. It's a soothing feeling because, like I say, once you're in the den and you've been a regular, you fucked around, if you're in the chat, or if you're in the stream or whatever, in the Discord, and I'll put the Discord link back in here, and then we're going to slide in there real quick. Like, you mean something to me. Like, there's a place, like, in my heart for each and every one of y'all because this ain't something you gotta fuck with, right? Like this, you could be anywhere doing anything. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I always say I'm just another nigga on the internet. But the fact that y'all come in here, y'all fuck with it, y'all fuck with the community, y'all fuck with each other, man. It's a beautiful thing. Shout out to Miss Grace. Shout out to Miss Grace, the matriarch of the den. Love Miss Grace. Shout out to Miss Sarah Lou, the secretary. All of y'all, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. And I just want y'all to know if you can't feel comfortable nowhere else, you should feel comfortable in the den. I ain't gonna ever judge you. And even if I speak on things that, you know, I may disagree with, there's no hate in my heart. I'm always open to learn, to listen, to understand. It might not change my point of view, but I love to understand. I love when someone can show me a side of life that I'm not familiar with. That makes me a better person. Even if I may not agree with it, if I might not like the lifestyle, I may not agree with the politics or whatever, I love to understand because that makes me a better human being. So like when I sit here and I listen to y'all and, you know, you let some people talk too long, it's because I'm soaking it in. Or, you know, maybe trying to get them to a point where they're comfortable sharing certain things. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends on the caller. But y'all have been a fucking positive impact on my life in more ways than y'all know. Even when we weren't going live, even when, you know, I thought about you. I mean, randomly. Like, I think about the shit when I was on vacation. And some of y'all got together. Y'all sent me transcripts of the Discord. That's the craziest shit in the world, right? Like, y'all will not understand how much I appreciate each and every one of you, right? Even if we ain't had a whole bunch of one-on-one conversation time, I'm super serious about the fact that you just come in here, you kick it, even if you ain't really fucking with me, if you just fucking with the chat, if you just fucking with whatever. Like, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything. You could be watching reruns of Guiding Light or some shit, or As the World Turns. But you're in the fucking den. So I fuck with y'all. I should have known Big M was gonna pop back up fucking from somewhere. As soon as I said something, goddamn it. I'll eat you some goddamn chorizo. I'm dropping this shit. It was actually a little over a year, huh? Like 14 months, something like that. I think Miss Grace said it was like 14 months. But yeah, it was a little while. You know, I had some things, you know, some things to shake off. Had to come to some realization. As a person, you should, you know, you're always gonna be growing. And sometimes, you know, you may be forced to grow, right? Like sometimes you may be put in a position that it is different. As a man, you got to deal with certain things, and depending on what type of man you are, how you handle those things, right? But sometimes you just get put in a position. You got to deal with it, right? And I had to kind of get my mind right. I had to learn some things about myself while I was gone. And the Scrubs versus Yoga Pants. Look, I'm telling y'all, look, you know, I was a pioneer on that shit. Niggas was talking about Scrubs. And then y'all went to the doctor. Y'all went to the hospital. Y'all saw what the fuck I was talking about. But, again, I appreciate y'all, man. I think y'all are the best in the motherfucking world. Not just, lose the den, you got a channel. I don't look at this is not my channel. This is our community. You know what I'm saying? And I really, truly feel that way. I thank y'all for being here. Chunk of a Deuce. We're going to slide to Discord. I'm not going to be in there as long as I initially planned. But. We're going to be in there. Like I said, put the link in there one more time. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. And let's have some conversation. We continue to talk about this. I think I got 1 or 2 more videos I didn't show in here that I may show in the den, or I'll put in the den if y'all ain't seen them yet. I'll make sure they all uploaded and everything. That's the Discord link. Slide up in that thing. Y'all know I start rambling and then I just randomly stop the stream while I'm rambling. So you should know what's going on at this point. Like, I'm just saying stuff until I find the right buttons to end this shit. So just, you should leave right now. Like, why are you